And with that, we welcome you back to Kossuth Square, day 3 of our Olympic qualifying action, the final day of pool play. The weather has turned. It's much more beautiful today as we get ready to head to this last 16-game slate of, again, pool play games. 8 teams will be moving on to the quarterfinals, and 8 countries will see their Olympic dream come to an end on this very stage. So it's going to be a wild one. Me and Boss are getting ready for it. But let's get you ready for the rules of 3x3 before we go any further.
Welcome to the world of 3x3, baby. It's an exciting new brand of basketball. You got 2 teams of 3 players on the court, and you got 1 player sitting on the bench here with me. Playing on the half court with 1 rim. With the official 3x3 basketball made especially for the fast-paced outdoor game. The first team with 21 points is your winner, or the team with the most points after 10 minutes. You have just 12 seconds on the shot clock, and the clock is ticking, baby. Anything inside the arc is worth 1 point, while anything outside the arc is worth 2. That's how I do, baby. And once you score, the ball doesn't stop. Offense turns to defense just like that. It's a 10-minute sprint.
It is frenetic, it is electric, it is Olympic. 3x3 on the road to Paris 2024. The final stop here in Debrecen, Hungary for this last OQT, where 3 Olympic tickets hang in the balance. And Boz, finally, we're going to start to see the picture get a little bit clearer as we take a look at the standings heading into this final day of pool play.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of jumbled messes in the pools, right? Look, this Pool A is pretty clear. Lithuania on top right now, but there can still be a 3-way tie for us. Now, this Pool B,
it's a mess.
Wow.
It's a mess.
Just all over the place. All teams with 1 win. We'll see who comes out of that pool. I have no predictions for that one. I don't even know anymore. Then Pool C, same story. We got 4 teams, all with a win. A lot of 2-way tie stuff. The winners will move on. That's at least clear.
Yes,
we'll
top 2 for each group.
Will move. And then Pool D, Mongolia looked very sharp, and a shocking 2 losses for Belgium. They still have a chance, but it's a very slim one.
To me, Boz, Pool D in the men's competition is the most shocking result, in to see Belgium struggling the way that they did, and see Mongolia play as well as they have. Speaking of playing well, how about Poland and Germany? That group, Pool A, is decided for the women. Those 2 teams will be moving on. They'll be playing for the top overall spot out of that group. Canada, old Canada, 2-0. They lead their Pool B with Czechia and Lithuania. Currently at 1-1. Chile will need some help. They'll certainly need a win, and hope to come out of a 3-way tiebreaker. Spain looking the same in their group. Pool C is one of the 5 undefeated women's teams. Japan and Mongolia in the mix. They will clash today. And Egypt on the outside looking in. They will not be able to move on. Hungary, the homestanding Hungarians. The men's team split their action yesterday, but the women, we saw them the day before. They are unscathed as they enter their final game against Italy. Some bad blood there, considering what happened between them the last time we were in Debrecen. So that's one we got circled on the schedule. Wow, today here from Kossuth Square. Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. The Voice. Boz Rosendahl, a.k.a. The Mountain. There's DJ Lass. No a.k.a.s for DJ Lass.
No.
And The Voicey. That's an a.k.a. for Vincent Royer. Everybody's in place. It's kind of like the calm before the storm, it feels like right now, because it's such a huge day. I mean, talk about some high-pressure games with countries and players that have staked the last 4 years of their lives for this opportunity today.
Yes, and again, some teams are on the brink of elimination, desperately need a victory. Them 4 years of preparation coming together today and maybe tomorrow out here in Debrecen, Hungary. I love it, Kyle. I mean, this is a high-pressure situation, a pressure cooker of 3x3 basketball, and I'm excited.
Top 2 from each group move on. Neither of these 2 countries will be doing that, unfortunately. That will be Tunisia and Ukraine opening things up in Pool A action, which we mentioned already has been decided. It is Poland and Germany that will be moving on. So it'll have to be the next Olympic cycle for either Tunisia and Ukraine, but they'd certainly like to end things on a high note and head back to their respective countries with a win, which neither of them have at the moment.
No, but Ukraine got close twice. So they're going to be going home scratching themselves as they lost 2 very narrow games to get to the point where they are out of contention here today. And again, that's something you go home with and you think about in the next Olympic cycle, try to see if you can prepare a little bit better. They lost to Germany by 2, right? A 9-7 defensive just standoff. Yeah, I was going to say masterpiece, but that wasn't it. And then they lost to Poland down the stretch of a game they were in control of early, very much so. They were up 8-0, I believe, or 8-1, and Poland stormed back to pick up a 21-18 victory. So yeah, they're going to be left scratching their heads. Tunisia on the other end. Well, a 17-7 defeat of Germany and a 21-7 defeat of Poland.
Yeah, it's been a tough go for Tunisia, to say the least. But again, this is a country that's still kind of growing 3x3. They weren't considered a favorite here in this tournament. But good to get the experience and good to have a shot to represent your country on such a big stage. So they will both have one last chance to represent the name across their chest and their backs as we get ready to get this first 10-minute sprint underway. Quarterfinals start tomorrow. Again, we'll trim down the fields from 16 teams to 8 teams that will move on to the quarterfinals. Single elimination contest tomorrow, all the way up until the semifinals. And again, 3 Olympic tickets hang in the balance, and that will complete our 8-team Olympic fields in both genders tournaments. Direct qualifiers, in case you didn't know. Women's competition, United States, China, and France. We saw Azerbaijan win in our first UOQT in Hong Kong to lock down their spot. And the UOQT that we just had 2 weeks ago in Utsunomiya, Japan. What an incredible tournament that was. Who won that one, Boz?
Sorry, I was distracted, Kyle.
Just going through all of our teams that have qualified for the Olympics.
Oh, you're talking about my guys getting the spot there.
Well, we know the Netherlands men. I didn't go through the men yet.
Oh, you were talking about the women?
Yes.
So you want to know who won the women's places in where? Hong Kong and Japan, huh?
I wanted to give you a quick.
Oh, okay. So look,
quiz.
I'm sharp. Look, I was looking around to see if I could get a copy.
Yeah, I'm trying to wake you up.
Okay, here we go. So Azerbaijan, made it out of the OQT in Hong Kong, and then the Aussies made it out of the OQT in Japan.
Was it gang?
I think it was gang.
Oh yeah, of course. So yeah, those are the 5 that are in, ladies and gentlemen. And in the men's competition, United States, Serbia, China, direct qualifiers. Latvia got the first UOQT win, and the Dutchmen, Netherlands, got it done in Utsunomiya. Here we are back in Debrecen, not Debrecen.
Debrecen.
All right.
That's right.
Debrecen. Again, with a contest to start the day that will be inconsequential as it relates to the quarterfinals. Ukraine and Tunisia. Somebody's going to get a win, and we'll find out. Pull up midi. It's going to be too strong. Filevic is going to get called for the foul. Filevic has had a pretty impressive tournament as far as her scoring ability. The team has just had a rough time putting it all together, holding on to leads. Might have been a different story if they would have held on against Poland, as we mentioned earlier, when they jumped up to that early lead, big lead. They were never the same after that, though. So, and now they're trailing Tunisia here to get things started.
Yeah, and look, they never recovered from that. Couldn't score as much after that as they did before. And then against Germany, their offense just was non-existent. 7 points in 10 minutes of action. That just doesn't cut it.
Yeah, but to see Germany score 9, I know they're 2-0. They certainly can't play like that going forward.
FIBA photographer, how I know. Your classroom general card is in my hand.
So a couple of fouls here early on Tunisia, as possession will go back over to Ukraine. Ronidi opens things up for the Ukrainians. She'll set the ball screen, now receive to Wilson. Kick out of the post, 2 on the way, no go. Nice dribble drive, pull up short. Ukraine will try to set up some post offense. Not happening, broken up. Would you like one of these double espressos as well?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you get people bringing you coffee. It's all good. It's all good. I'll get one myself.
No, you can take a sip out of mine, Boz. I don't mind.
All right.
Oh, I like the idea.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody home, though.
Try to get real fancy with it.
I guess if there's any time to show out, it's now. I mean, not that they don't have anything to play for, but look, this is the last showcase. Show us what you got. Vlahovic will have it poked away, out of bounds off of Tunisia, though. Nearly 2 minutes in. One of the few games today that won't have any quarterfinal implications.
Yeah, there's a couple. You arranging that stack of papers there? Taking a while, brother. Going slowly through our large stack of papers.
I'm looking for something very specific right now, boss.
Okay.
All right.
That's cool. Oh, well.
Yeah. That's good analysis. Oh.
Yeah.
That is great.
Sometimes the sound will just
That's all you
confer
need.
the message. Look, that was a wide open layup, but you can tell by the intensity of both these teams that the real drive is a little bit out of it. Again, they've stepped up here to play a game with little to no implications.
Yeah.
And it's tough because I've been in that situation before, right? Where you have to step up and play a game when you already know you're going to be out of contention. And to bring the level of focus, to bring the level of physicality needed to play in a game like that is what you normally would bring to get a win.
Yeah.
It's just it's almost impossible.
Yeah, the wind is definitely out of the sails. But again, you're still playing for pride. I'm sure you got your people back home watching and wanting to see your best effort. So again,
no, you'll for sure try, right? Again, as a player, you get to a certain amount of focus before and in a game, and I think it's when you're out of contention, that level of focus is very hard to attain. But hey, an and one, bump in the bucket.
okay. I'll take that as a highlight today. A bump in the bucket. Still a 2-1 game, however. This one could use some offense, get some defense. Quick hands there from Vlahovic. Oh, another and one. There we go, boss.
Molova is going to work.
So Molova using that length. And a chance for 2 straight 2-point plays. Wait a second. What's going on there? I thought that was a foul on the make.
I think on the floor.
On the floor, never mind. Vlahovic quick to the right. Trying to get rid of a defender with a little bump. She gets it back and will score it. (3-2). Miriam will miss it. Three gets to the corner. Two is going down. So Rabeb Abidi, the 22-year-old, she will give Tunisia a 1-point advantage. Ronidi, the drop step score. Four to shoot now. Tridi tries to feed it on the cut. That is broken up. They run out of time. A shot clock violation and also time for a media timeout. So who will end their campaign here in Debrecen with on a positive note?
I mean, that's all you can hope for at this point. End on a positive note. Get through your stuff. Try to see if you can prepare for the rest of your 3x3 season. And I do think both teams have gotten to the spots that they wanted to get to. It's just that scoring has been difficult.
Yes. Big 3x3 season ahead, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So the women's series with more events than ever. The men's pro tour, another, I think, 17 or 18 city. 2024 just announced that Hong Kong will be hosting the World Tour final this year.
It'll be my first time there. I've never been.
Oh, you're gonna enjoy it.
Oh.
We're gonna do some watch shopping out there, me and you. You ready? All right. I'm gonna get your I'm gonna elevate your wrist game.
I'll save up some money.
We're gonna do some bargain shopping. Don't worry. Long ball. Too strong.
Say you like my watch?
No, I love your watch. Of course, it's a Maurice Lacroix right there. You know, talking about the best in the biz. Deep two. Up the left iron, inside. Is that going to count? Nope, that's an offensive foul. And maybe I got my signs mixed up.
Again?
Well, it looked like the, counted signal.
Yeah. But
that can also be confused with an offensive foul signal if you catch it out the corner of your eye like I did.
Okay.
So I was.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm 0 for so far today.
Not judging.
That's all right. I got plenty of time to make up for it. Dridi misses it. Oh, strong rebound. Keeps it with Tunisia. Oh, step back. Dridi had the move but didn't have the finish. 7-5. Ukraine looking to add to it. Drop step. Molova says move over. 8-5, Ukraine. The teammate finding it easy to get good looks on the inside. Another one goes begging. Miriam Uronili looking inside. There's a grab though. That'll be the now 7th foul on Tunisia.
Yeah.
So 2 free throws coming up. Now it's you who's shuffling through a whole stack of papers.
Look, I'm trying to order them for today. Forgot about that. Come on.
You know it's one of my favorite songs. These goals ain't loyal. Count it. Ukraine's lead starting to expand here at 9-5. Dridi drops it off. Good look. Better defense. Persistence will pay off though for Tunisia. Molova is going to force one up. And no success on that particular drive. Tunisia trailing by 3, but in some foul trouble to say the least. Again, in the penalty with 4.5 to play.
Look, they have had some trouble with Ukraine attacking the rack. They've been very reactive when it comes to fouls. And, yeah, that's when you get in a situation like this. You're down 3 points. It's 7 fouls. Ukraine, they're playing, well, clean, I was going to say. There was a little push on that play, maybe. But only at 1 foul.
And looking for Mo on the inside. Uronidi poked away. Filevic will recover it. Filevic pulls the trigger. Payet. Ukraine back up by 5. Dridi, ball fake. The pirouette, no. Loose ball, stays with Red. Drop step. Oh, good defense inside. Ukraine with those long arms. Uronidi up top. Malova mishandles it. Drops the package off to the cutting Filevic. She cannot finish with the lay. So now things beginning to come easy to Ukraine. Another media timeout in a game that doesn't matter for the quarterfinals. Only pride on the line. But trust us, this day is going to heat up.
Oh, yeah.
To say the least. Shout out to CC.
Trying to help us out.
CC's just acting crazily over here next to the broadcast booth with his faces.
We're focused. He's trying to tell us to smile like we're focused.
I think I deal with this every day. This is, pray for me, please.
Yeah.
Yes, we're talking about you. Dozen to a half dozen.
Oh, that was a strong take. Barely missed.
Filevic has barely missed. She's found her stroke from the deep end. Ukraine have finally given us some offense. Tunisia giving it right back. So a little too late, obviously, for Tunisia. Or maybe not. Still 3 minutes left in this game.
But they've eclipsed their point totals from the last 2 games they played, so at least they've higher scoring output now.
Well, there's that. Miriam Malat with that 2-point hit and a trip to the line to try to make it 3. She can't do that. Rebound to Ukraine. They want to feed it to Uronidi. Easy money. Foul on the floor. See the clear reach in there. Our officials, Dorothy Okach and Gein Kemp.
Dorothy representing Botswana out here.
Dorothy is from Botswana.
She is. I think the first time I met her, I didn't realize I met her because I was at a. We hosted a camp in Botswana for FIBA, for the FIBA Foundation, which is lovely. They go into these areas with a lot of countries that don't have
as many resources.
Yeah, they don't have a huge basketball infrastructure, and they host these camps. So me and a few of my colleagues went down to Botswana. There were about 12 countries from that region, and we hosted a couple of days of workshops. Did a tournament there, and I think Dorothy was the one who called the games there. I just didn't know.
Wow.
And then we got to that later when I first got to speaking to her at a tournament, and I was like, look, I visited Gaborone, Botswana. She's like, when? I was like, Young Lions Cup in 2019. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah, I was. Yeah.
I was there. Like, yeah, okay. So it was really cool. It was one of the, look, for me personally, that was one of my most life-changing experiences, I'd say.
Oh, I bet. It's definitely a country I'd love to visit.
Yeah.
I'd like to get out to, West Africa. Mm-hmm. Obviously it's a vast continent. Mm-hmm. A lot of countries to visit.
Look, I've only been to the southern tip of Africa. That's been my experience. South Africa and Botswana.
Well, South Africa for me. And, Egypt.
Haven't been there.
about Tunisia? Tunisia's north.
Tunisia's north.
Yeah, North Africa.
I would love to visit there, actually. I hear the beaches are beautiful. They're right on the Mediterranean coast.
There's that geography degree.
Supposedly beautiful architecture. They got some desert down there as well. But look, again, I'd love to visit.
Look at us campaigning to get a trip out to Tunisia.
Look, I'll take a trip anywhere I haven't been yet. That's why I'm so happy I'm going to Hong Kong. Also, I'd like to visit places where I've been to explore more, but
Yeah.
I'd like to get as many countries seen as I can see in life.
How many are you up to now? I'm up to 44 countries, I think.
I got an app for that. Let me check.
Yeah, I'm up to like 44.
Let's see. It's going to be a minute, but I am up to list. Give me something. 40.
40.
I've been to 40 countries.
You up there, bro.
Yeah, man. But look, it's easy when you live in Europe because you get to go visit 15 countries in a day.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I will count the US of A as one.
Oh, of course, you spent some time out in the U.S. Look at Flavich. She says, focus your attention back on this game and watch me shoot the nets off. She's been killing. And speaking of the United States, I've been to every state in the United States, except for maybe 2. I haven't been to Montana and
Alaska?
Or Alaska.
Have you been to Hawaii?
I have been. Love Hawaii. All right. I went to Maui, went out to Honolulu. I did the road to Hana. And Ukraine on the road to victory. Their very first here in Debrecen in their final act. So Tunisia will wrap up 0-3. Both of these countries' Olympic dreams will not be living on, but they will continue to play on. We'll have to see what they can put together for Los Angeles 2028 for that Olympic Games. But as for Paris, neither of these countries will be going. But congratulations to Ukraine on getting their dub. And thanks to Tunisia as well for showing up and putting their best foot forward. Enjoy the highlights. The next game, this one should be a good one. Poland and Germany, the 2 teams that will be moving on to the quarterfinals in women's Group A action. But this will be for the top seed. That's coming up next from here at Coach Shoot Square. Day 3 of pool play continues.
Who's going to be the best team in Group A? Poland, Germany, Poland. I'm so sorry, I can't hear you. I'm too old. If you're ready for the game, please make some noise. Yes, I like this kind of atmosphere.
All right, all right, all right. The next Pool A contest does have implications in the quarterfinals. Not for the teams, because they'll both be moving on. But this is for the 1 seed in Pool A and the right to play the second best team out of Group C when they cross in the quarterfinals. And once you get to that quarterfinal stage, matchups matter.
Yes,
so
they do.
That's exactly why this game matters. Poland will come out first. They're 2-0. Whooped up on Ukraine, and then followed that with a 21-7 beatdown over Tunisia. They got the top scorer in the tournament on Poland's squad, and that is Marisa Kostanek. She shot 56% from 2 range.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
She leads her squad with Klaudia Sosnowska, Alexandra Ziemborska, and Weronika Telenga. That is Team Poland. How about the Germans, who also come into this contest undefeated? Their body of work not as impressive when you think about the 9 points they scored over Tunisia. Am I right?
No, Ukraine.
Oh, it was Ukraine.
9 points over Ukraine. Look, they have had no consistent offense at all. Their top scorer, Sunny G, is only, and I say that with all due respect to Sunny G, because she's usually at more, only at 4.5 points per game. They are 3 for 22 from the outside. Can they get anything going, maybe off of a ball screen, out of some team action instead of static post-ups? I don't know. They might be in trouble against this dynamic Polish offense, especially if Kostanek's going off like that. I mean, think about it. A high percentage on twos, but also a very high volume. 16-2 shot in 2 games, so 8 per game. She's made 9. Look, if this is a defensive race, I'll give it to Germany, right? Because their defense has been very good. If this is an offensive race, this might just be the Poles.
Look, I am very, very impressed with Poland. And obviously, I saw them play at the first OQT in Hong Kong, and they looked like they were in line to get the ticket there. Azerbaijan, though, just came alive in that final and ended up shocking Poland. And obviously making the best out of their opportunity here in Debrecen so far. They will be going on to the quarterfinals, but they'd like to be doing it unscathed without a loss to their name. And, while Kostanek has done the heavy lifting, they haven't even got put together, I don't think, their best game yet, which is scary when you think about it. Same could be said for Germany, too. They haven't put together their best game, but I'm just saying Poland is looking very strong so far here in Debrecen.
Look, I'll say this about Poland. They are the second team as far as offensive rebounds in the entire field of play. So next to their high percentage shooting from the outside, they generate a ton of extra possessions. But in my opinion, one of their better offensive rebounders in Alexandra Ziemborska has gotten 0. It's been Telenga, it's been Sosnowska, it's even been Kostanek getting those offensive boards and those extra possessions. Look, they can probably even go up another level if Ziemborska starts getting involved in that.
I was going to say, she's a game changer. She hasn't been so involved in the offense, and when you're not getting the shots, like you said, you got to stay active on the glass, which is something that typically she's pretty good at. They found ways to win, and again, have not played their best game yet. That is a scary thing. We didn't mention that Kostanek, we mentioned the 2-point shooting. Bas, 25 points through 2 games.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, that is just, remember after that first game when she scored 15, we were like, look, can she repeat this? Probably not. And then she went off for 10.
Exactly, followed up with 10. And again, 9 of 16 from beyond the 2-point arc. Kostanek is cooking. How will Germany defend her as Poland starts with the rock? Pool A action coming to a close for the ladies right here, right now. It's the voice, Kyle Montgomery. The Mountain, Bas Rosendahl here with you. With the top spot in Pool A at stake between these two. Germany, the 1 seed. Both teams have competed at the previous UOQTs and found themselves on the losing end of things. Neither team has lost yet here. Late in the shot clock, Ziemborska had to force that one up. She'll chase Sunny G down as Luana Rodefeld swings it right, gets to the crib, blows it. Sunny G misses close range. Sonny G, the dream shake. No, whistle on the rebound attempt. Germany's efficiency inside the arc has got to improve, as well as outside the arc, like you said, 3 of 22 from deep, but shooting 52% inside the arc. That's really not a high percentage in 3x3. These are where your easy buckets are supposed to come. You know, again, scoring off of actions, pick slips.
Yeah, but think about it. A lot of their shots, while they come at the rim, are heavily contested. And if they don't come at the rim, and I think that's a big volume in their one-point shooting stats, are mid-range jumpers, fall-away shots off of one leg by Sonny G, who's very good at that shot, right? That is one of her staple shots. Yeah. But if you miss it, and if your confidence goes down and you start second-guessing that shot, that's when your percentages drop.
Well, Poland, by comparison, 20 of 32 from one-point range, 10 of 20 from two-point range. Haven't got to the line much, but again, with the volume of twos that they shoot, you know, you gotta pick your attack. They choose Telenga that time. Roeleveld this time will use the pivot, spins free, hits the shorty. Szymborska looking for Kostanek. Kostanek down to Telenga. Telenga fighting. She's going to get hit on the elbow on that shot attempt. I think Telenga has packed the punch and contributed well with this Poland team.
Yeah, her size has really made a difference. They can go down to her for a look at an easy bucket underneath the basket, but it's the offensive rebounding that stands out the most to me.
Yeah. And the way the tournament is set up, a quick turnaround for both of these teams who played yesterday. So they didn't have the benefit of having a day off, like we will see for the women's teams that played B and D. Each group plays today. So we'll see A, B, C, and D for both the men and women, with just one game remaining for each team. 2-2. Brunkhorst, jab left, goes right, offensive foul. Sonny G was moving on the screen. So Poland will take back over. It's the former #1. Sosnowska opens the possession. Kostanek. He's going to drop it on the inside. They are featuring Telenga. She gets double teamed. She splits between two defenders, gets her own rebound, and draws a foul. But I thought she was bottled up for a second there.
She somehow stepped through that. That was incredible. I just don't understand why she turned back to her right hand. She had the lefty hook wide open. Didn't want to go to it. But look, Germany's having trouble with the Polish pick and roll game.
This is why you got to be well versed and be able to use both hands. I know when I was young, my dad, if you were on the left side of the rim, and I tried a right hand layup, I'd be running laps.
I'll tell you
right now, you have to perfect that left.
You have to, coming from personal experience, my left arm doesn't work. Doesn't work like my right, I'll tell you that.
No, but
I had to be able to take a shot with it, though. So I practiced and practiced until I was at least able to go to it or take a fadeaway with my right.
Szymborska will miss it. But, I mean, think about the skilled players like Kyrie Irving.
Oh, you're throwing out the most skilled player, baby.
Exactly, but you know the best players can do it both. That's all.
Kyrie Irving is ridiculous, by the way. But that might be a discussion for off stream. But he is incredible.
He's been my favorite player in the league for years. 2-2. It stays. Sonny G took her eye off of it, and that will go out of bounds. A wasted chance there.
Second turnover in a row for the Germans.
They got to get it together.
Reichert now with the block, but the Poles keep going to Telenga. They obviously feel like they have a mismatch there.
Well, Telenga again, she does have that length. She's tallest player on the floor next to Sunny G. Telenga standing 192 at 28 years old. Kostanek, the rising star for Poland. She had Reichert grasping for air. Marie trying to respond. Give me that. You too little. 3-3. Szymborska with the move. She will draw the foul on the 2 attempt. So Alexandra Szymborska can't be a lights out scorer herself. Has been a little quiet offensively. Get a chance at the free throw stripe after this media timeout.
I'm curious to see if Germany can change their game plan, because right now what they're trying to do isn't working all that well. They haven't gotten any mismatches down low with Sunny G. They haven't utilized a lot of screening action to get open, and they have not been able to finish underneath the basket as well. I don't think they've taken too many shots from the outside just yet. They are not a very good two-point shooting team, but they are going to need to start shooting them.
Well, it's not like Germany's offense has been a whole lot to talk about, averaging 13 points per game through 2 contests so far. So they've had some trouble getting things rolling. Szymborska able to cash that one in. And will knock the second down as well. So 2 the hard way. Gives Poland a 2-point lead, 5-3. Svenja Brunkhorst, no good. Sosnowska working from the right wing. Wants to get it to Szymborska. Szymborska, yeah. Got the chair pulled on her.
Yeah, she wasn't welcome at the dinner table.
And travels. Is that what y'all do in the Netherlands when somebody's not welcome at the dinner table?
Oh, no, we got a whole different custom for that.
You just take the chair out from underneath?
No, look, I think I recently heard about this. I didn't know about this. But apparently the Dutch aren't very welcome when it comes to eating dinner. So, I mean, I know I am. But, like, apparently, and this is actually true, when I was playing at a friend's house when I was young, and it was right around dinner time, they would call my parents and say, hey, it's about dinner time.
Really?
And then my parents had to come pick me up. That's the thing.
Hey, that's rude.
No, it's not. It's normal for us.
I've always felt very welcome when I go over to any of my friends' house in the Netherlands. So
no, I know.
I just want to state that for the record.
No, I think we are very welcome. I think just a part of our customs is if somebody's at your house that's usually there, like a friend or somebody, you just tell them at some point, look, it's about time for dinner, and then they just leave.
That's your hint. Like,
take a hint, get out of here.
Maybe that's been said to me before, and I didn't understand the hint because I'm not from there.
Well, now you do.
And I just decided to stay around anyway.
Yeah, but now you do.
I apologize for wearing out my welcome, Martin. Anyway, we got a collision between Greiner
and that's a 7.
Sosnowska, that is number 7 on Germany. Yep, Greiner just could not move her feet quickly enough.
She was late on the physicality on the screen. You want to run up with the screener, be in complete contact, and then step out. She was a foot behind and then was reactive in her defense on the ball handle.
She was a day late and $1 short. That's what we say where I'm from.
Okay.
Sosnowska extends Poland's lead to 3. 4 minutes in. This is for the top spot in Pool A, Sunny G. She's seen brighter days. Oh, man, I'm bringing out the heavy hitters.
Already, huh?
Man, I am sharp.
Just want to give some credit to yourself. I see.
Yeah, you know.
So you roll up that T-shirt, too, to kind of flex the muscles.
What you think?
I like it.
Yeah, you know,
you've been working out.
I've been working out a little bit. I still got a ways to go. Brunkhorst, cross. Ooh, cross, step back. That one's short. Talinga, yep.
So again, Germany tries to create individual shots. There's no screening action. It's just one-on-one. Let's see what we can get. I don't think that's a recipe for success for me.
No. I mean, here we are, Boz, and it's the same story with Germany. Where in the heck is the offense? We're 5 minutes into this game. They got 4 points. This is the #1 seed.
Yeah, they got an 8th foul now, too.
And an 8th foul. So
offensively, so no free throws, but look, they just haven't been able to get their action going. They left early driving away from that screen, and that resulted in an offensive foul.
here we go. Poland's offense hasn't exactly been electric. Talinga will miss another bunny. That was another, should have been a left-hand layup. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Sosnowska. She will travel. So really a disjointed game for both of these teams.
Yeah.
Neither team is looking as sharp as we've seen them. So we got a timeout on the floor. So both teams will try to get reset, figure things out. Vince Chang making his daily broadcast appearance.
Yeah.
He said, what did he say?
He said if he invited me over to the house for dinner, he would need to order for 7. Come on.
You might not be too far off there, BC.
With the portion sizes out in that country of yours, that might not be needed.
Boz might surprise you. Whenever we go somewhere, he always takes the smaller of the 2 options.
Well, you see, Kyle, I'm at an age now where if you eat a large portion, it's visible, and not just for the digestive period.
Well, I'm older than you, so you preaching to the choir right now.
Yeah, you know, I'm a father, so I can sport the dad bod a little bit. I'm not trying to sport it for a long time though.
I'm going to have to ask your wife about how she feels about that.
Yeah, you do that when you get to the Netherlands later on in the year.
7-5. Oh. Kostanek lost her footing on that drive. On the rebound, though, it'll be a foul called on Poland, their 4th. Shout out to the Poland fans in the building too. They've been loud, disruptive.
Yeah.
In a very encouraging way. Brunkhorst. A rare 2 goes down for the Germans. A good sign for them as they even things up, 7 apiece. They've done a good job keeping Kostanek quiet, but not for long. Sonny G. Drop step score. Back and forth we go, 8 up. Sosnowska runs into trouble, and she will get called for the travel. There's the defense there from Brunkhorst.
Bulls have slowed down. They got some good action early in the game by going through Talinga underneath the basket, but that hasn't resulted in a lot. And take a look.
Brother Feld, yeah. Well, I think what we're seeing and what you worry about with Poland is if Kostanek isn't going off offensively, you know, you see some of these lulls, and you don't want to be in a position to where you live or you die by one player. You see what I mean?
No, I understand, and I think it's well scouted by the Germans because they have not allowed Marissa Lee Kostanek to get any open looks. And look, if they're shooting 9 for 16 from beyond the arc, I would do the same thing. That's a smart tactic.
We love this kind of atmosphere. As always. Hello, guys. It's not so bad.
There's official Deanna Jackson out there with official Brigitte. Shout out to official Brigitte. She hooked me up with some sweatpants yesterday. I didn't read the weather report.
I think her family might be out here. She said something about.
She didn't tell me that.
Well, you talked to her. 9th foul on the Germans, by the way, so The double bonus is creeping closer and closer. With 3:45 left, they're going to have to be very disciplined as far as physicality the rest of the game.
Could be. She's got some beautiful little ones. Lutza and Pani. I haven't seen her fam yet, but we'll keep our eyes out. I came dressed for the occasion today, so I'll be returning those sweatpants.
I'm just confused about how you overdressed today and underdressed yesterday. You got the McQueens on?
Yeah. I'm all mixed up. You're right.
Yesterday you came in looking like a YMCA hooper. Now you look like you're about to go to dinner. Come on.
10-10 game. 3:25. And I'm dripping. I'm dripping swag good. What? Stop
The YMCA drip?
Yeah, the YMCA drip. I got my 3x3 t-shirt on.
If anybody would have gave you 3 headbands, you would have fit right in yesterday.
All right, y'all see Boz on my head. He on my head to start the day. 3 times Sonny G's on her back after a hard foul. 6th on Poland. But good recognition from Blomqvist to sneak that pass into the cutting Sonny G. And she will put Germany in front. Szymborska down to the post office, forced to pass, had it broken up. Marie, jump hook is no good. Kostanek leaves it for Sosnowska. 10-footer. Yo. Kreinerer get into it. Germany reassumed the lead with 2:30 to go. Szymborska will lose her footing and get called for 3 in the key.
Yeah, another pulled chair. Take a look. Blomqvist is moving out of the way, and Szymborska just a little bit overzealous on looking for physical contact on the drive.
Yeah, Szymborska's lost her footing a couple of times.
Yeah,
I'm not giving Chang any more energy with sending memes like that about me. None.
Can you say go Flynn Tropics just once?
And now you double team. All right, I need a partner in crime. I thought it was supposed to be you, Bob.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good.
No, I'm back to it.
It's
Vince,
all good.
Vince, come on, Vince. We don't like you. Come on.
Where's Royer? Come on. I need some reinforcements. Strong defense, meantime, from Szymborska. Now can they turn defense into offense? Not on this possession. Travel call on Talenga. Timeout on the flow. $1:51 to go. The 1 seed in Pool A at stake between these 2 teams destined for the quarterfinals. A UOQT Hong Kong exit for Poland, and an underwhelming performance from Germany and Utsunomiya, where they lost in the semifinals to Canada. Both teams trying to make the most of their opportunity here in Debrecen as Poland take a 1-point lead. Kreinerer, deep toe, Blau. Germany lead 14-13. The pendulum swings. But Sonny G shining from the deep end. 14-13 as we get back to it. Kostanek down low. Talenga has an advantage, gets rid of Rodefeld, made a road kill. Now with Szymborska down, Talenga will get it over to Kostanek. Kostanek baseline reverse. Travel. Big turnover here with just over a minute to play. Deadlocked at 15 apiece, but here's another look at Kostanek utilizing that baseline. And the two-ball response, top of the key. Here we go. Sosnowska stops short. Ziemborska using the screen. Ziemborska late in the shot clock. She is fouled on that 2 attempt. Sunny G got caught in a bad spot. Contact on the way up. So take another look. The up fake. Oh yeah, high five. As you saw the contact at the top of that release. So Alexandra Ziemborska, a U23 World Cup silver medalist. And she is golden at the line, 2 for 2. Poland lead at 17-15 in the sprint to 21. Kostanek, oh, she is unstoppable when she gets that step on you. How about the Germans continuing to answer from long range? We got a game. Not that time for Kostanek. Uh-oh, nice move. But Brunkhorst couldn't land it. 16 seconds left. And the possession over to Poland. By any means, they are not safe. By no means, I should say, are they safe. But here comes Ziemborska. Down low. Alexandra, tough shot. Final 5 seconds. Germany can tie or take the lead. Sunny G will even things up. So we're going to go to overtime. Germany staying sound, not panicking. Hitting huge shots to answer Poland down the stretch. One more look at your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. Patience is a virtue. And Sunny G displays that to even the game and send us to OT at 18 apiece. But great resolve from Germany. And they picked up their scoring, that's for sure. But think about all the big twos being hit. From Sunny G to Rodefeld to Brunkhorst. Big responses to stay in this game. And now it's a sprint to 2. First to score 2 in OT is your winner. And Brunkhorst and company will start with the cookie. Kreinerer to Riker. Riker, drop step, forces it up. Rebound goes to Ziemborska. Kostanek, left, right. She will miss the layup attempt. They're starting to clamp down when she drives. Now she might be in trouble against Sunny G. Sunny G, no. Ziemborska now. She'll back it up like a U-Haul truck. Can she deliver? Not that time. Sunny G now. It's the Germans' turn. Reichert, no, gets the rebound back. Will get the score as Germany need just one. Kostanek, no. So here comes Svenja Brunkhorst with the Wilson, using the screen. Brunkhorst, Sunny G on the cut. I like your cut, G. Sunny G. Germany in OT with a Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. Here's another look at the longtime teammates connecting. Sunny G off balance, but had the right timing and measurements What a game and what a win. Germany to remain undefeated. They get it done in OT. Both teams headed to the quarterfinals, but it's Germany that will get the #1 seed out of Pool A. So that is it for Pool A action in the women's competition. Still plenty of things to be settled today. Let's hear from Marie Reichert, who's standing by with Boz Rosendahl for the post-game interview. Boz.
Marie, congratulations, first of all, an overtime victory against Poland. You guys really clamped down on defense, but you got one of the most important buckets of the game down there. Talk us through that overtime a little bit.
We knew the overtime was going to be tough since we were in foul trouble pretty early. So we knew we had to play clean defense and get some buckets inside, and yeah, that's what we did.
Good. Look, now you move on to the knockout rounds. How's your confidence in this team, Germany, to pick up an Olympic ticket here?
I think we're ready for the next games. We want to win. We want to go and get everything. We've been preparing for so long, so we're ready and really excited.
Thank you. Congratulations and good luck tomorrow.
Again, both countries, both teams, quarterfinal bound that you just saw here in this overtime thriller. My voice is in no shape to be singing, but I still can't stop. We'll see them both tomorrow. We will see who they will be matching up with, their quarterfinal opponents, as the day continues here in Debrecen. Check out the highlights. Pretty darn good as we get set up for the men's competition. Pool A, absolute log jam in this one. Switzerland and Madagascar on deck, followed by the German men and Lithuania coming your way from Kossuth Square here in Debrecen. All right, that's how Pool A wrapped up for the women. Here's how things look for the men. Lithuania in the driver's seat with Switzerland and Germany hot on their heels. Madagascar, my dark horse pick. Unfortunately, they come in 0-2. So they on the outside looking in. Will Switzerland make their way to Paris with a new squad this time around? And a man that's tied atop the scoring charts. He will lead his Swiss squad out on the floor. Jonathan Dubas averaging 9 points per game. He's joined by Swiss Khalifa. So Jurkovic providing that size and athleticism on this roster, along with the juice man, Marco Lemon, and Gilles Martin, who unfortunately will not be playing, has experienced some dizziness. So while Gilles is here, we do not expect him to play. So Switzerland will try to continue to get it done with just 3 players. Madagascar made the long trip here to Debrecen, and things have not gone so well for them. 0-2 so far, and their chances at the quarterfinals are slim to none. What they can hope for is, well, first of all, they got to get a win, and then they got to hope for a 3-way tie and maybe come out points-wise. But again, the chances are slim. Madagascar with an 8-point loss to Lithuania and losing to Germany by 1. And that's how they enter this competition. In the all-red, Alpha Solendraini, Anthony Rasolamanana, Eli Radrian Mampianona, and Livio Ratiana Rivo. Oh, yeah, I got those names right, didn't I? All right, Boz is on his way back. Ivan was my guest for a moment. He was just listening in, so now he's got to make way for the big fella. Come on, big fella. See, Boz brought back some goodies. A couple of double espressos. There's some sandwiches? You brought some sandwiches? Thank you, Boz.
Come on, bro. I got to take care of you a little bit.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
And have you looking starving on the stream.
Yeah, don't have me starving like Marvin. Did you know that Jonathan Dubas is tied for the men's top scorer? He's averaging 9 points a game for Switzerland.
Yeah, he's been incredible. He has been just incredible. Look, he's held up his own. Look, we've gotten on him, I think, last year at the World Cup a little bit for underperforming, but this is what we could clearly see. He's so skilled. He can move around the basket, get hooks left and right. He's very strong, but he can also shoot, handle the ball, and pass. That makes him special.
He's a load, man. He's a tyrant when he's got that ball in the post. He's mean, aggressive, physical. Obviously, Switzerland with an uphill climb trying to qualify to the Olympics without Gilles Martin, with a different roster. But I tell you what, man, if Jonathan Dubas keeps playing at the level he's playing at,
yeah, they're in good shape.
Switzerland might be in good shape.
That might be in good shape, even playing with 3. And I'm sure you talked about Madagascar. They have a shot.
Yeah,
but it's a very slim.
Yeah, they
one.
Gotta win, and then they're gonna need some help.
Yeah, but what strikes me the most is the fact that they've been playing very. Oh,
Swiss Khalifa, get nasty.
I'm in the middle of my analysis, and this man came through with that.
That's so nice. We got to see it twice. Swiss Khalifa with the double pump punch. I'm awake.
Yeah, me too. But look, as I was saying earlier, I think Madagascar in the past has they shined through opportunistic shot creation and shot making, right? And they've played very slow, very methodical, and I don't know, it hasn't resulted in a lot. So I'm hoping they get back to that frantic, let's see what Ellie and Livio can do style.
Yeah, Livio in particular, his offense was lacking the day before yesterday when we saw this team in action. But they have had a day to rest, and, you know, they're making me look bad. I picked them as my dark horse, Boz.
Both our dark horses might be out.
Yeah, we'll see the young Germans coming up later, but Madagascar in particular, you know, I thought the collection of talent here would put on a little bit of a better show. Again, I'm not reading their obituary. All right, they still got a chance, y'all. But they have to get a win here, and
they have to get a win by 9.
Oh, yeah. So, even beating a 3-man Swiss team by 9 that's tough.
Yeah.
Meantime, he didn't forget the tip. There's a Swiss franc from Swiss Khalifa. Runs out to contest Livio. Throws the shot off. Livio from the corner now. That one's poked away. I like the energy that Switzerland is playing with. Oftentimes you do see teams that, you know, when you lose a player, team that's gone through some things here recently, roster changes and, you know, physical to emotional turmoil. It's easy to see them, you know, play down, right?
Yeah.
Shoulders slunched. But I don't get that sense from this Swiss team at all. They look like a team that feels like they can win.
Yeah, and usually what you'll see a team like that come out strong, right? That's that initial bravura, and they'll come out with some buckets, some energy, but then the first punch a team like that gets, and I'm not talking a literal punch, but the first mental hump you get to in a game, that's usually when you see the shoulder slump.
Yeah.
And when you see them go down. And Switzerland, again, you're talking about it. They've been poised. They've been acting like they belong with 3. And that type of confidence can go a long way.
Yeah. Here's Livio. Maybe he's going to get some confidence. We haven't seen him connect much from long range. He gets that one to go and puts Madagascar in front 3-2 early. So, oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I was wondering which one you wanted.
All right, I'm just going to take a bite of my sandwich if you don't mind.
Okay, I'll take it. Switzerland tied things up here. And it's Ellie looking for Anthony. the kickball. That's a different sport. Leave that on the soccer field, y'all. Anyway, Ellie back to it, a high post play. Anthony a little bit out of position. Arnaud with the direction, misdirection, misses it though. Oh, that's one of those you want back. Great misdirection by Arnaud, but he missed the bunny. So now it's Gilles, and Gilles on the court. So they're playing with 4 now. Oh, Gilles! Wow. The Wizard of Oz, right?
That's right.
Oh, look, the Switzerland team has got a new member. Gilles' head must be feeling better. He's back out here. Takes a sub out right away, though. It might just be spot subs, and he's holding his head. So I think that two ball might have been it.
What a contribution for Gilles coming off the bench. Again, we didn't think he would play at all. But, you know, in all seriousness, no, that's scary for him to be experiencing dizziness. Dubas will miss the layup attempt. But just in that short action right there, wait, Gilles is coming back in.
Yeah, so he's spot subbing, I think.
Wow.
Subs in, subs out, subs back in. He might sub back out next. Wow, okay.
Again, Gilles Martin, who has been experiencing dizziness here in Hungary since arrival, initially told us that he was not going to play, be here to support his team. Did not play. Oh, he ain't playing. Whoa. They just averted disaster. You Swiss Khalifa trying to wreck shop, couldn't hold on to it. Oh, dime time. Finds Gilles on the cut, and Gilles Martin, the Wizard of Oz, is working his magic for the Swiss. He's got 3 of their 6 points. Djokovic. Now it's Gilles. Oh, that was magic like Irvin Johnson. Did you see that pass?
He found him like Waldo.
My goodness. Lemon now will squeeze the trigger from deep. No good.
This is what Gilles Martin can bring to a team, though. Just the passing, the creativity. Incredible. Madagascar ain't going anywhere, though.
So that was Libya, I believe, that knocked that down from the corner. My view was obstructed. See that? Clean and clear. Lemon takes the feed. Now Livio. Oh, what a tough shot.
We see Livio do this in the past. He can really go off in a game like this. He's got his confidence. Watch out now.
So Livio stringing together a few 2-pieces. And this is more like the Madagascar team we expected to see. But they needed that 1-2 combo of Ellie and Livio. So Ellie was doing the heavy lifting through the first 2 games, but now Livio's he's shown up. He has come to play in this final contest. Switzerland trying to earn one of the top 2 spots in this group. Again, coming in 1-1. Germany and Lithuania also in this group at 1-1. Gotta watch your pockets. It's a thief roaming on the court. Swiss Khalifa. He did poke it away, but stepped on the line there, as you can see. So possession will stay with red. 8-8 as we get back to it. Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. The Voice. Boz Rosendahl, a.k.a. The Mountain. Livio out to Anthony. Mello. He's wearing number 15.
You want to give him that?
I went back to my NBA days. I got confused for a moment. Okay. My bad. Dubas will draw the foul.
Rumbling and bumbling towards the basket. The Swiss have the size advantage when Gilles on the bench.
Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. Switzerland's second chance at an Olympic ticket after falling short in Hong Kong. Here they are, locked in a fight with Madagascar. Dubas with the scoop-de-doo. 9-8.
Wow. Found a 2-point shot. Laid on the screen defense. And that's going to bite you in the behind.
Ellie on the line. got one coming up. Actually, two coming up. My bad. Ties the thing at 9 apiece. So Ellie, who's averaging 3.5 points per game, will put Madagascar in front by 1. Gilles Martin getting plenty of court time now. Seems to be moving okay. Oh, Jurkovic navigating traffic. He will miss the lay. Gilles tracks it down. Martin, too much heat on the pass to Jurkovic. Down low they go. Up fake. Uh-oh, there's a travel. An extra step was taken.
Yeah, Arnold got thrown off his path by Gilles' contest.
So Gilles will now check out. Marco Lemon is in. Dubas attacking the rack. They didn't want no smoke with the big fella. With a full steam ahead, 10-10. Oh, Livio is shooting like he got a scope. He is locked in. Livio letting another one go.
This is what I was talking about. This is the Madagascar squad you want to see. Opportunistic shots. They go down every chance they get a look at the basket. Try one, please. This is the type of team that could beat a lot of teams out here.
They better take cover because Livio is spraying the place. Oh, Lithuania just came and dropped off
They got me a shirt.
Oh, that's a 7X?
4.
Okay.
We'll have to try to see if I can fit in that.
They play next. I think they're just trying to get some favor on the broadcast. That's all they want.
I like the shirt, though. I like the shirt. I'm not going to lie.
That's a dope one.
Look at this, is cool.
Yeah.
Got a Duncan skeleton on it. Wow. Next level.
Well, Gilles, pass comes back to him. Jurkovic. He will miss the lefty lay attempt. Madagascar lead it by 3. And they can thank Livio. The man is absolutely cooking.
Yeah, it's been the Livio show in this one.
Three-point game. Gilles hits the deck. I believe he actually gets called for the foul. Yeah, he does. That's the 5th on Switzerland. So Gilles Martin is out. Johnny D is in. Oh, Livio, crossover, up fake. Down low to Ellie. Anthony, left wing, too strong.
Yeah, that's a mismatch. Good recognition by the Swiss as Jurkovic had Livio on him, and that is a size mismatch waiting to happen. Madagascar spends a foul to get them out of that possession and a timeout on the floor.
Boris, who do you think comes out on top in this, and how do they do it?
So for the Swiss, I think they have to keep the pick and roll action going. Gilles been magical with his passes, as you expect for a Swizzard, but Madagascar, if they can keep the hot streak going, especially Livio, if he can get open shots or any open looks at the basket, this man has been unconscious. So that's their shot. I mean, I don't want it. I don't want Madagascar to play any structured basketball. I just need them to get open looks or any open, clear look at the basket.
What a sequence there for Livio. Switzerland remain unfazed, though. They stick to what they know, and that's get Johnny D to rock. So Dubas with the foul, gets it to go. He's got 2 free throws coming up, as that was the 7th on Madagascar. Well, it was no good. First attempt. Got to handle your business at the charity stripe, especially in a game like this. And Madagascar needing to win by 9. That means that they're going to have to hold Switzerland scoreless the rest of the way, right? If my math is correct.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Arnaud takes the package, delivers. Set up nicely by Livio. Down to Johnny Dubas. Jurkovic, too strong. Livio put it in his face like exfoliant. 17-13. Just over 3 minutes. Whipped out. Take it back. Good defense from Arnaud. Livio. That one a rare miss for him in this contest. Madagascar with an 18-13 lead now. Jurkovic out to limit. Sees it go off the iron. Loose ball. Oh, they misdribble it. Switzerland will end up with it. Jurkovic with a bad shot.
Why? Why would you shoot that? 10 seconds left in the shot clock. You have not given up the ball to any of your teammates. And a contested 2 shot? Nah, that's not good.
With 2:32 left. Another look at the shooting display. Look at that shot of Dubas.
That looks like the picture I took of you yesterday.
Looking like a maniac. Yeah. You still didn't take that down and take another one. That's another discussion.
We'll get one out of the way because you look
That's
clean
all right.
today. So we got to get one today.
Okay, thank you.
But you know, I'm here to set you straight. So if you look good, I'll tell you. And this is a good outfit. I like it. I'll put it on the gram. But yesterday, you know,
I was out here bad. Yeah, I was out here bad.
knee-high socks.
Yeah, I was out
you
here
wearing you weren't wearing a backwards cap, but that would have fit well.
Livio doesn't get it to go. Ellie, faker. He'll get it back. Drops it off. Oh, rebound. Livio. He's gone a little cold. They need something from Anthony. Not that.
Oh.
Shield gets called for a 7th foul on Switzerland. Now, if your math is mathing, and you said
check on that again, just to be
9
sure.
points. Yeah, double
so
check.
The men's pools, Madagascar, they are behind Switzerland by 8 points, and they are lower ranked. So in a tie, or as far as score, they would still not lose. So they have to score 8 more. They cannot get to 22 anymore this year.
Right. Only 21.
Even if they get to 22, it counts as 21. So I think even in case of a 3-way tie, they would still lose to the Swiss. They can tie them still, but I think that's the best they can do.
Well, it's Madagascar closing in on what looks like it's going to be a sizable win. But Jurkovic, he will end their hopes of getting to the quarterfinals. With that layup, Livio touches nothing that time.
Imagine if Madagascar would have played like this on their first day of pool play.
Oh, yeah. And then the foul. Yeah, I was shocked at the way that they played, especially in that game against Germany.
But that's what I was saying. Like they didn't even attempt the opportunistic shots that we've seen Livio attempt again and again in this game, and that was their style of play that I liked so much. That I think is the style of play that people were drawn to.
Yeah.
The fact that they weren't afraid, that they were willing to play it a little differently from other teams, but it was still effective. And again, the first day of pool play, they went to kind of the Serbian game, the slow, the methodical, the screening action, the rolling action. Look, I would much rather have this as your style of play. Sprinkle some ball screens in there for sure.
You can't disrespect Serbian play like that.
But
they made it look bad.
I love Serbian 3x3 basketball. I just don't know if these fellas have the tools to play exactly that way. They can sprinkle some in, use the points that they want to use, and sprinkle it in with their own style. And I think that's what they're doing in this game.
Well, they got to play like where they're from, wild and free, right? Just out in the open, just playing freely, moving the ball, letting each individual kind of shine. You're right. This is not a slow-paced team.
No.
They're a lot funner to watch when Livio is cooking like he's been cooking.
Oh. Somebody give us a Madagascar disc, because this man was cooking. Madagascar get the win. It won't amount to a knockout round berth. But these fellas are still young, so I'm sure we'll see him again maybe in the next Olympic cycle for sure on the pro circuit. But at least they gave off a signal here, a warning. If these fellas play like this, unafraid, opportunistic 3x3 basketball, they are a force to be reckoned with. The Swiss, have they done enough? In case of a Germany win, their hopes at the Olympics are gone.
Yeah, they're going to have to sit back and watch. It's Germany and Lithuania coming up next. So Switzerland put themselves in a very, very tenuous situation. It's going to be shaky. They wrap up group play at 1 and 2, as does Madagascar. But as you know, Madagascar will not have a chance to move on. So this game will be completely decided, or this group, I should say, completely decided after the next 10-minute sprint. Germany and Lithuania coming your way to bring men's Pool A action to a close. Stick around, it's coming your way in just a minute.
Germany. Men competition, it's time to win the player.
All right, it is Germany and Lithuania. The final game in men's Pool A competition from here in Debrecen, Hungary. The young Germans, can they put their best game on display here when they need it most? If they can, they will be going to the quarterfinals. Or maybe not. Boz is crunching the numbers right now.
I am crunching the numbers.
Lithuania's, again, in the driver's seat here. They are 2-0. So Switzerland at 1 and 2. Germany coming in. Boz, yeah, they would be 2 and 1. Yeah, that would give them the spot. That would, yeah. You were correct. Lithuania is undefeated. And they're going to be going to the quarterfinals.
We got to get a rectification out there, because again, the T-shirt that I got, it's not just a dunking skull. It's a historical T-shirt from when Lithuania 5-on-5 was playing the dream team at the Olympics and won 4 bronze medals in 4 Olympics in a row in 5-on-5 basketball.
Wow.
So I got one. I want to rectify that. I thought it was just a dope shirt, but it's a dope shirt with a lot of meaning.
Man, we appreciate that, man. Trying to get some favorable play-by-play calling. Here's Team Lithuania. They haven't lost yet. This team is tough. Led by Aurelius Pukelis. Of course, they got the general out there, Matulis. And Galis, their mid-range assassin. And the stunt man, Valdes Jalgis, landing all on the line for the guys in green. So obviously Lithuania is going to be the favorite here as we get a look at our 2 officials for this contest. But if Germany is able to pull off this upset, Boz, how in the world can they do it against a Lithuanian team that really look unstoppable?
Look, Germany needs to make sure that they give every player on their roster their due respect. Their chemistry is a bit messed up. With Fabian Giesmann, he's been dominant, right? But he's been dominant from the low post. And they've gone to that time and time again. But it's very static, and it's taken away from the other guys. So Sidi Bekaime is a good cutter, a slasher. Hasn't gotten an opportunity because of that. Then Denzel Agyeman doesn't have room to drive with Fabian Giesmann on the block. And lastly, Leon Fetzig, he is a great ball handler, a great pick-and-roll player. He has not gotten an opportunity to get in a rhythm. And look, again, Giesmann has been amazing, but as a former 3x3 low-post player, you need to sprinkle in something for your other guys, because you can't win with just low-post buckets.
No, really impressed with Giesmann, not just the low-post play, but remember he hit the game winner to give Germany the only W that they have out here.
Yes.
At the horn, he showed some of that clutch gene. And, you know, that's an encouraging sign for him as a future 3x3er. That win against Madagascar, in fact, 17-16. Germany with a 19-18 loss to Switzerland. And that's how they land into this competition. And they're going to have to deal with the venom of Vingelis. Sharunas getting to it early for the Lithuanians, as is Giesman.
And that's not the matchup you want to pick as far as Giesman. I know he's 18 years old and he's full of bravery, but Bukelis?
Yeah,
you want to attack any of the other guys.
Not the Lithuanian. You don't want that smoke. Meantime, nobody wants the Wilson, apparently, because Bukelis just throws it out of bounds. A miscommunication on the back door cut. But I do like that Fertig is a student of the game too, and he reaches out to try to get as much advice as he can, because he's committed to improving himself and his team. But I'll stick to what I said, is I do like Germany, but I think they're 2 or 3 years away. Evaldis will draw the foul. It's a late whistle, right?
It's a late whistle because he missed the shot. If he would have made that, they probably wouldn't have called it, but shot was missed. He was bothered enough by Agiman hitting his hand there. So a free throw coming up for Evaldas Džiaugas. Take a look at the contingent of Lithuanian fans here.
Yeah, it's very, very green.
Yes.
Here at Kossuth Square.
I believe a few of them took a bus, a 12-hour bus ride down here to support their squads.
But I told you that the Poker Devil was bringing like 40 more people. Remember, I told you that the other day.
Is there more coming, or is this the 40?
No, this is the 40.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, look, I love that. I mean, they're coming in here, filling up the stadium in support of their country, and their two teams still fighting for an Olympic ticket here.
Yeah, Fertig takes advantage of an open lane and gets Germany on the board. And he's trying to do battle with Džiaugas. I'll take Džiaugas in that matchup. Meantime, I'll take Giesman in this one. And Galis, no choice but the foul there. Lithuania, who got to the Olympic ticket game just 2 weeks ago in Utsunomiya, left that tournament disappointed and came into this one focused, refocused, and ready to nab one of those 3 Olympic tickets at stake. Meantime, he sinks that one. That's Giesman. Matulis drops it off. Bukelis. Oh, he's denied, and Giesman lets him hear about it. The young fella with the grown man game on the inside. He's already got at 18 years old, he's got a pro frame. I like the mentality. There's no backing down in Giesman. He sends the Lithuanian packing.
Yeah, he kept his hands up very patiently there. He didn't swipe at the Wilson until the very last moment, and that resulted in a block.
Giesman got to sit down, though. You can't stand up on the bench. Neither official has seen him yet. There, now finally official Vlad says, sit down, young fella. Oh, Džiaugas operating on CD.
Džiaugas is so crafty, man. He can shoot it a little bit, but he can spin and turn his way into a look at the basket from close range, and he's so good at finishing there.
1 point lead for Germany as Džiaugas spins free and punches it. Fertig to CDB to the crib. Lay is off target. Vingelis up fake. Left is short. Here comes Denzel as he will draw the foul on the drive. But it is a Lithuanian takeover here at Kossuth Square. The t-shirts kind of look like beach towels to me.
Oh, look, I'm happy I got one.
Me too.
It's a tie-dye, too.
It's a tie-dye.
Yeah. The shirts are tie-dye.
Also high quality.
Yeah.
Najima, no. Giesman, you know that's going down. A pressure test on the iron. Uh-oh. No rim needed. All cloth for Jalgis. 6'5".
Jalgis has been the one with the response to the physicality of the Germans. Again, their athleticism poses a little bit of problems for the Lithuanians in the sense that in the style they play, they go to seals, and the Germans have a shot contest on all of those. But it's Jalgis with his individual creation that has really come through in this game.
They are very much pick your poison. There's a double dose from Giesman.
I think he might have all 7 points for the Germans, doesn't he?
Hey, this young dude is hooping. Giesman at 18. He's playing like a pro. Putting on a show for the Germans, but he's been the only player. So it's Giesman against Lithuania, essentially.
And look, let's hope he can keep his win, but they are going to need maybe to get some easier looks at the basket out of pick and roll situation. I keep saying Ferzig is a really heady pick and roll ball handler. I like his decision making when he plays on the pro circuit for Team Dusseldorf. I'd like to see him in a pick and roll action with Giesman or maybe CD Bekaimen.
The Lithuanian over to Vingelis, the general, taking the scenic route. Oh, took a bump. It was either going to be a foul or a travel. And it is a foul indeed. It's Bekaimen got their forearm on him. That'll be the third on Germany as Jalgis will get reset. Chorunis out to Evo. Knievel taking it right over Ajiman. There's some more postal service. Another delivery from Giesman. The guy had 13 points in a loss to Switzerland. We talked about how big he was in the German win that they were able to pick up over Madagascar. He does.
Look at that pretty floater. That was over a very athletic, shot blocking, able ball handler though, and he got it up and over. Again, Jalgis.
Is there a team that displays versatility better than Lithuania?
Not with this lineup, I think.
I'm just talking about anywhere. I mean, we talked about the versatility with the Belgian team, but obviously they have disappointed massively here. But when it comes to 3x3 countries, teams, who's more versatile than Lithuania?
No, and especially look, if you look at style of play, they only sub out one player from the last Olympic qualification tournament where they made it to the finals, and instead of relying on ball screens and pick and roll action, now they go into one-on-one set seals and they get off-ball screening going to get their motion offense up, and that's a quick turnaround for that much of a stylistic change.
Interchangeable parts, and we've seen each player star on this roster. Jalgis, right? You just got to talk about Jalgis. How good has Vingelis been?
Yes, but he was more of the star in the last OQT than he is here.
Right, and I didn't even talk about Pugelis yet, right? Or Matulis. I mean, it's such a tough assignment to stop this team because, again, any one of the four can give you the business. So Vingelis that time getting the step past Bekaimen. And an easy layup for him. Has not been an easy game for Lithuania. They only lead it by 2. Fertig steps back, lets it go. So Russell Westbrook from the corner.
I like the action though. Giesman came and set a screen for him. 2 people went down with Giesman. Good decision on Ferzig's end. Just a missed shot. That's a shot you want to take though.
Yeah, just got to connect. So again, Lithuania, a shoe-in to the quarterfinals, coming in undefeated. Germany with a win can earn their way into the quarterfinals. A loss would tie them with Switzerland and Madagascar.
Oh. Oh, Machula's off the glass.
He's an international banker. Falling away.
Must have that Revolut.
He's probably with Raiffeisen.
I think a challenge issue.
No, you're right. Revolut is Lithuanian.
It is Lithuanian, trust me.
Dang, you are sharp, boss. Got a field goal challenge on this one. I think that went. That was up.
It looked like it was up. We'll see, though. I mean, if anything, a good challenge, because if you can prevent this bucket, you're only down 2. Now you're down 4. Challenge 1.
Oh, whoa, no basket.
All right. Smart challenge then.
5:05. Stays where it's at. 10-8 as Giesman will swing it to Leon Fertig. Fertig with the stop and go. Out to Giesman. Giesman get to the baseline and bring in the base. Boom. 10-9.
That young man can hoop.
Remember the name. Fabian Giesman. He is the truth. Only 18 years old. Bukelis going to the jump hook. And if I'm saying his last name wrong, correct me. It could be Giesman, huh?
Giesman.
It's Giesman in German?
Giesman.
Okay,
I would
fine.
say it's Giesman. My country's pretty close to Germany,
Okay.
so I think my German is good enough.
All right.
Well, yeah, but, you know.
Strusko says better than Kyle's. That's right. You know, I'm going to come see you in the production truck after this.
There's some
We got some
German
stuff to
words
say.
for you, though.
Giesman misfires at the charity stripe. Germany still hot on the heels of Lithuania. They're finding it tough to get rid of these young Germans. Jalgas can't get the score over Fertig. He will track it down with that speed. CDB. They need more out of Bakaime. And he shows up right on time.
This is what CD can do next to slashing. But now he loses. Jalgas, who again comes in with the answer, a polite dunk.
Jalgas, the cyclone spin, gets free and throws it away.
4 minutes on the clock. 1 possession lead for Lithuania.
So check out Jalgas taking the young fella to spin class. You're going to learn today. Denzel Ajima. Nice jab step. 11-12. Oh, Matulis gets rejected. Bukelis, no good. Tipped out. Jalgas, no.
Lithuania with their hands on a lot of these offensive rebounds, generating extra possessions. The Germans, they play a good defense. They contest shots, they're athletic, but they forget to box out. That's you.
We're seeing the best performance, I think, from the young Germans to this point in the tournament. We also saw Madagascar's best game so far. A lot of teams saving their best for last. Obviously, the stakes are a little bit different here, as Germany with a win can earn themselves a spot in the quarterfinals. It would be a big shocker against Lithuania, but here they are hanging in there. I know you got to look at the tiebreaker scenario on the points here. Madagascar and Switzerland both finishing 1 and 2 in group play. Oh, Denzel shooting like a new movie.
So in case of a Lithuania win, Germany would need to score, I believe, 19 points in this game if Lithuania wins.
And they can still get in.
They can still get in.
Wow. Wow. All right, it's going to be some drama in these final 3 minutes here as Germany try to get to 19 points. They love a win even more. Step back from Fertig is no good. And G-Man sit packing. So look at Aurelius Pukelis. We'll get the replay for you soon. But the Lithuanian is going to delete his shot like a duplicate. I didn't like that one. Oh, for T. That's a chin check. Giesman is a force to be reckoned with. This kid has got probably, what, 80% of Germany's points?
Yeah, he just keeps on trucking like the Autobahn.
Oh, the deuces keep falling for Vingelis. Giesman. Yeah, this kid's got no limits like the Autobahn.
Oh, there you go. Taking my line and adding to it, huh?
That's what I do.
There's a lot of trucks on there. That's you know, that was my point.
I would expect more sport cars on the Autobahn, but I guess you would know better than me, boss.
Have you driven on the Autobahn yet?
Never. It's one of my dreams.
It's only 2 hours from the Netherlands when you come to Amsterdam.
Yeah, we got to be in something fast, though.
Yeah.
Oh, CDB. Blows the layup. Germany leading 15-14.
It's quite the game, huh?
Isn't it?
This is quite the game. Just a contrast of styles, a contrast of maybe athleticism, but wow.
For Teague, Euro stepping his way to the iron. What effort from the young dude at 22. He's the leader on this team, but he can't lead them to another bucket. Lead stays 15-14. The Lithuanian spins free, gets the bucket to tie things up. We're under 2 minutes to go. Oh, Giesman called for the travel.
I think this is where you see the veteranship for the Lithuanians show up. They break in the game, they get together, talk things through. The Germans were kind of just looking around, standing around. Lithuania just improved something.
Minute 45. Charudis, up fake, steps through, misses. Giesman, he will squeeze the rebound and quickly get it up to Ajima. Denzel navigating, scoring at the rim. Germany retake the lead. Vingelis slow to get up, but he's back on his feet. Here comes Jalgis. Jalgis, spin move, kicked out to Matulis. Fires up a wild shot. And with a minute 22, the momentum arrow seems to be in Germany's favor. Is now Giesman is getting some help here from Denzel Ajima. Verteeg is playing hard as well, but Jaime hasn't been his best game.
No, but you know these fellas, they play on heart, they play on hype. They're still young. You remember when you got in the gym and you were young and you hit a couple of shots?
Yes.
And you felt invincible?
Yes.
That's probably the feeling these fellas have right now, combined with a little bit of poise down the stretch of that game. And I think they might pull this one out.
I won't argue with you on that one, Boz. I think they played a game worthy of winning.
Yes. As has Lithuania, by the way. I want to get that out because they have also played a very good game, especially against a team that stylistically doesn't fit them very well.
They go to Giesman again, and this kid is more dependable than a Volkswagen. There's a German reference for you.
Oh, yeah.
17-15. That's pretty damn dependable, isn't it?
It is. Which one did you have? A Jetta?
No, I had a Bug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1977, green. Volkswagen Beetle.
You had a car in 1977?
No, it was early 90s. My dad had a Beetle.
Okay.
He called it a Bug. Anyway, 18-16. Matulis tries to draw a whistle. The refs ain't going for that. Oh, Giesman. Instead of forcing the two, they need 19 and they're still going to get in, right?
Yep. Either way.
Verteeg. Oh, that.
Foul the Germans.
Oh, that's a foul on Giesman. That's the 5th. Oh man, this is pressure. I wonder if they know.
I'm sure they know
the magic number.
I'm sure they know, but I think they want to get a win. I mean, that is number one option, as Giesman has been all game. Just look at that. How did he dunk that?
Man, that
stretch arms right there.
We can't,
looking like Luffy.
We can't get him off the rim.
But look, no, I do think the Germans know the number. You don't want to play towards that number, so I hope they just forgot about that one until now, right? Again, if you play in a game to get to a certain number, let me give you an example. You remember from the last OQT, Japan had to get to 13?
Yes.
And they didn't get to 13?
Yes.
Because all they were thinking about was getting to 13. They only got to 11. These Germans, they need to go and try to get the win. That's a for sure. And then worry about the score later.
Vangelis, late in the shot clock, puts it up. Grazes the iron. It's a big rebound for Lithuania. Gives them another chance. Okay, Germany is just going to apparently run out the clock here.
Out of bounds.
I don't know what just happened.
They're going to challenge, and I'm pretty sure Agumon dropped that ball out of bounds, so they might wipe this one. What happens, though, with the score beat? There you go.
Yeah, certainly. That's what Bukelis is saying. That, I mean, everybody was all confused.
Germany should have just dribbled out the clock, though, because then the challenge wouldn't have happened.
Right, right.
And they went for a score, but, you know, you don't think about that stuff at the end of a game like that. But look, this out-of-bounds challenge will be won. I think the score will be wiped off, and I think Lithuania is going to get the ball with about 5 seconds on the clock.
Okay, they'll get a closer look at it, but you're right.
Score's off.
Yep.
And it will be possession, I think, Lithuania.
Yep.
How much time will be on the clock?
So the missed dribble there from G-Man.
6.5 on the clock. That's a lot of time for a two-point shot.
You're right.
Switzerland's out there somewhere looking all kinds of nervous.
Oh, yeah, of course they are.
They're hoping for a Lithuania win.
Well, they got to hit a 2 to tie, send it to overtime. But what a nightmare that would be for Germany, who with 19 points would be in anyway. There's Bukelis, he will miss it. And the Germans are going to hold on for the win. And they are quarterfinal bound. The Young G's will be playing on day 4 here in Debrecen. A signature win for them over Lithuania, who was previously unbeaten. So a 2-1 record for Germany, coming out of group play with a win like this.
So now they're 3-2, right?
No,
yeah, they're 3-2 now.
No, they haven't played 5 games, Boz. You can't be 3-2.
3-2. 3 games played, 2 games won. Oh,
2-1.
2-1. Wow. Somebody get me a copy.
Please get him a double espresso quickly, as we quickly get you to the highlights. Impressive win by Germany. They got it together and put together their best effort against maybe the best team in the men's competition, Lithuania, who again came in undefeated. Didn't look like they could lose. But the Young G's had something to say about that. Germany pull it out 18-16. And again, both teams playing on tomorrow. We'll step aside for a quick moment, enjoy an entertainment break. We'll get back to the action. Women's Pool B play, Lithuania in Chile, coming your way from Kossuth Square.
We are back in the women's competition. Lithuania, Chile in a couple of seconds, ladies and gentlemen. One win for Lithuania, no win for Chile. It will be group women's competition.
All right, let's take a look at women's Pool B action. Canada, they are in pole position, looking good. Czechia and Lithuania currently battling for the second spot in this pool. Chile at 0-2. They're going to need a win and some help. You'll hear us say that a lot today. The teams that are coming in 0-2.
They can still force a three-way tie. But I crunched the math because, you know, it's that's what you do. It's me, the math man, coming out here. They need to make up 8 points on Lithuania and 11 on Czechia. So, you know.
Yeah, that's a tall task.
Yes.
And they'll be, again, lacing them up against Lithuania here, who come in with a 1-1 record for the first 2 pool play games. They got a win over Czechia, 21-19, and lost to Canada, 16-19. Their leading scorer, Kamila Natsiskaite, Van der Horst, Special K. Started off hot, cooled off a little bit. She's joined by Gabriela Shulske, Kitra Labukaine, and Monica Grigalaskite.
I got word it's Labuchina. Labuchina.
Really?
Yeah, it's not Labukaine. That's what I keep hearing.
Well, one of my Lithuanian homies hit me up and settled the score between me and Boz here. I say Labukaine, but he says Labuchine.
Somebody help us out.
Does CK make the ch sound in Lithuanian? I think I might be right here, Boz.
Somebody need to help us out because my pronunciation. But look, I got word from you know a person that's very close to me, but maybe closer to the Lithuanian roster.
Oh, so you got a reliable source?
A reliable source.
All right. Well,
he's in the stands. He's a former Olympian. He's going to be an Olympian again in 3x3.
Why in the heck didn't he tell me?
Because you haven't seen him yet. He got here yesterday.
I'm the voice here.
Well, you know,
maybe I need to get better sources.
You just do whatever you do.
You know what? You're my best source. You're a resource.
Thank you.
Thank you, boss.
I try.
All right. Chile need to try harder because they lost by 10 to Canada. They did go to overtime against Czechia in a more competitive game, but that too was a loss. They have Catalina Abuyeres, Fernanda Ovalle, Jovanka Jubetek, and Xiomara Morrison, the unstoppable force in the middle for them. Don't know what to expect fully from Chile outside of them giving Morrison the ball a whole lot.
Look, she needs some help. She's at 8.5 points per game, right? But she needs some help. And I'm looking at Jovanka Ljubitic, who I've seen dominate in a competition before. She's a shooter. She's a driver. She can handle the rock, but she's not averaging a lot of points at this stage of the competition. And if you want to get a win here, and if you want to win by 8, because you have to make up 8 points. You need her involved for sure.
Sees Kaite. They won't get a shot up in time. So not on the same page on that opening possession. There is a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde with the Lithuanian women's team.
It's Labutskine.
All right. Well, we'll stick with that then. Morrison is going to stick it in from 2 range. Important to realize that she's not just a player restricted to inside scoring. She can stretch the floor on you, as we just saw, and cans that 2-piece. Things getting frisky underneath the basket. Abuyeres will get called for Chile's first foul. Again, Natsiskaite, the leading scorer for the Lithuanians. Right on cue, she cues a 2-up. She will miss it underneath to Laibutskine. See, I think I was closer. I was saying Laibutskine.
You know, We're getting there, though.
Anyway.
Our pronunciation's getting right. Look, I need to get my pronunciations right because I'm going to Lithuania later on in the year. You already know.
I'm going to Lithuania later this year, too.
Oh?
I got an invite to Vilnius, so look out. I'm coming. So Chile trying to bring their A game. They have to if they want a chance to even sniff the quarterfinals. The Lithuanian women trying to avoid doing what their men's team just did, which Boz crunched the numbers. Meantime, it's on Valle. Deep splash. Hot water. For long hair don't care. She'll get a rest. Look at the range on that one. Block. 4-zip Chile. But the Lithuanian men actually end up second in the group. Germany got the 1 seed with that win.
Yes.
Which was wild. Who would have guessed that coming into
that? That was ridiculous. With that win, they picked up a first seed in the pool. And that, that first place is going to go a long way. You're going to face a second seeded team out of a different pool. Now, in the pool they're crossing with is a jumbled mess, so we're not even getting into the predictions on that one. But
you just missed a double dose of deuces from Morrison. Don't look now, Boz, but Chile lead this thing 6-0 out of the gates. Great defense on the inside. And that too does not fall. Labutskine trying to get to Shilske. Shilske swinging through. Gets free. Straight on to attempt. Goes begging. Morrison will corral the rebound. Ovalle wants the cookie. Ovalle's got it. She unloads another. She misses that one wide left. Six zero. See, Boz is distracting me with ridiculous memes that I got no business seeing during the course of this game.
I get distracted sometimes, and I need to update you on the current memes. Anyway,
that is hilarious. All right, it's not fair to have inside jokes. The people at home have no idea what's going on, so we can't do that.
No, you're right. Chile is almost at the difference they need to get to in this game, though. They need to win by 8, and now they're up 6. So look, I mean, the game plan so far for Chile is working. Well, and Lietuvă,
listen, they turn into a 2-point shooting team. Morrison's got a couple. Ovalle's hit a deep one. And that accounts for all of their points. Abuyeres. Lefty scoop. No. Tipped out. Cleared and scored. Shilske gets in. Grigilauskite will set the screen. Shilske fires from the hip. Stroke was broke. Abuyeres going to the fadeaway. Nope. Special K. Quick release. That whistle on the shot? That's hard to imagine. Morrison was trying to get out there to contest. Oh, look, there's a Dimes appearance.
No, guess who my source was?
Man, he came out of hiding. He probably should have stayed inside until he can put some clippers to that head.
I think he's going to go to the Olympics with a different look.
Rough Rufus over there in the Lithuanian section. He's already got his ticket to the Olympics, but he's cheering his wifey on. Trusko said he looks like Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction.
Wow. Trusko, I'm telling him where you're at. He might come find you.
They found Dimes in an alley somewhere.
I hope he doesn't listen to this broadcast.
Scraped them up off the alley street. Gave him a Lithuanian t-shirt and put him in his stand.
Oh, wow.
6-1. Good defense here from Lithuania. They're trying to get the energy up. They need it. They've been a little bit lethargic.
And it might just be a bit of the nerves, the yips coming out with a winnable game here. And they really want to get this one, as a win for them will close the door on any hopes the Czechians still have.
Yeah, the quarterfinal picture becoming clearer and clearer with each contest today. Again, if you're just joining us, we're in our last day of pool play here in Debrecen at this final Olympic qualifying tournament. Special K comes up short. Rebound stays with Lithuania. Special K down low. Grigolauskite will mishandle it. Had good position, but just couldn't squeeze the Wilson. As you can see, solid defense there from Ovalle. Travel call on Morrison. I don't think it'd be a bad idea for Chile to try to get Morrison another look at 2. He's knocked down a couple of bombs in this one. For a Chile team, there was only 6 of 20 from Tulane coming in. Shilske draws the foul.
So even though the score is 6-1, Chile at 4 fouls, so they are having trouble containing the Lithuanians. Offensive foul this time, though. But look, 4 fouls early on in the game like that means they're having some trouble containing their offense, right? But they've just stopped them a bunch before shots were taken.
Yeah. Lithuania trying to make good on their first and last appearance at the OQTs. 3 tickets to Paris are hanging in the balance at this tournament. Meantime, taste the rainbow. The master stroke from Long Hair Don't Care. Look at Ovalle. That was deeper than quantum physics. And an 8-1 advantage for Chile. Good look. Nazis Kaite all alone. Morrison, strong drive. How about Chile?
Morrison is such a problem, man. She's longer than the Chilean coastline.
That's pretty dang long. A nice geographical bar right there.
I try.
Well, they lead at 9-2. We can call them the red hot Chile Peppers, because they're blazing at the start of this game.
It's Chile Fornication.
Chile Fornication. That's one of my favorite songs.
You come up with some weird favorite songs now.
No, Californication is one of my favorites.
Oh, I understand. It's a great song, but you were singing, what, AC/DC yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Back in black. Back in black.
I did not see that coming whatsoever.
That was some after work activities. Me and Boz had enjoyed some music last night.
Yes, we did.
Some delicious bread and butter.
Truffle butter,
and
huh?
truffle butter, yes.
That truffle butter was just amazing.
And you know you eating fancy if you got truffle butter on anything. And some nice red wine.
Yes.
Wasn't that incredible?
That was incredible. And I had a good time this night.
Thank you to the Hungarian Basketball Federation for giving us that bread, especially. Yes.
Third time's a charm on that one. But the Lithuanian offense is nowhere to be found. And Morrison, good defense, throws it up. That's a 3 and a key for sure.
Man, there was a lot of bumping and grinding going on. And not a slow jam. But I was expecting a whistle at some point, maybe even sooner than that. Let them play. Quarterfinals on the line. And a 9-3 game, it has been Chile for the first half of this 10-minute sprint.
Oh, and an offensive foul now on Lithuania. And they're going into a lot of individual one-on-one creation. Take a look at this. Labuchkine.
Oh, did you hear that?
What?
I think it's an Amber Alert for Lithuania's offense. It has been missing in action. 3-point score. 5.5 minutes into this game. Morrison can't stop, won't stop. And that whistle on Chile. And Ovalle says, me? Who, me? Yeah, she got the worst end of that, it looked like. In any case, it's the 6th on Chile. Shulske can't finish the drive. What is going on here, Boss?
I have no idea. As Ovalle hits another 2. Ooh, watch out now.
12-3. Grigolowskite will get a layup. And Morrison. Foul is called underneath. And things are getting tense. The Lithuanian fans not happy about it. I do think it's a foul that they would be madness to. But you can't look if you're straight up with your hands, fine. If you're leaning over at all.
Problem is, and this has been my problem in the past as well. Once you get hit and you're not strong enough as far as midsection goes, you kind of bend over a little bit.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do to keep your hands up straight, and then you get the foul call as well. So that adding insult to injury. But look, I'm just confused about the fact that Lithuania has not gotten any team action right. They haven't screened, they haven't cut, they haven't shot well, they just haven't gotten any open looks.
Falling completely flat. And Morrison has absolutely been killing them in this game. Not just Morrison though. Ovalle has been great in this one. Her shooting from outside has made a difference. Abu, yeah, it is no bueno.
Oh, that's smart play by Shulske.
Oh, man, Abuyeris. Yeah, smart play by Shulske, but I can't believe that Abuyeris missed that layup.
See, she grabs onto Morrison's arm and throws her arm up, gets 2 free throws out of that.
Why?
But Abuyeris is going to be scratching her head after that miss for sure. Shulske knocks the first in.
Second one on the way for Shulske. Lithuania got some work to do. They trail by 7 with 3:35 to go in this Pool B contest. Each team's last game and last chance to try to qualify to the quarterfinals. Chile, who we were talking about how much they had struggled to this point with no wins. One win here might do the trick to get them a top 2 spot in the group.
Yeah, it might. Again, they need to win by 8 or more, but they also need to make up 10 points on the Czechian ladies in case of a 3-way tie, in case Czechia loses their next game to Canada.
Well, yeah, Canada's a machine right now. I think they are heavily favored in that game against Czechia. So we'll see. Grigolowskite, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. Ovalle with the D, but no O that time. Grigolowskite is down. Ovalle putting it up. Off the miss. Here come Lithuania. They've kept Special K quiet in this one. Labuchkine will convert on the inside. So Lithuania finally starting to string together some good offensive possessions. Here's Ljubicic. Oh, cross. Oh, didn't get it up in time. But look at this move. Oh, Ain't nothing over there for you. If she was just a half second faster, then that bucket would have counted.
Yep. Chile, though, they've been keeping Ljubicic on the bench a lot. So they're playing with 3 and a bit, not fully with 4.
Shilske now will convert on the drive.
Offensive foul.
On Morrison. And why? When Morrison has that size, all she's got to do is put her body pretty much in front of Shilske. No need for the extracurricular activities.
I know, but I do think that Shilske is one of those players that goes looking for that contact and then shows the contact very well. She's done that a couple times already this game. And she's gotten some foul calls out of it.
13-8. Shilske wants to attack. Special K all day. She has not been able to get any service from outside. Jumper has been offline for one of the most deadly shooters in the women's game.
Your dark horse pick, huh?
Oh, you want to remind me of that here and now, huh?
Well,
yeah, I did. Abuyeres, no.
Chile have slowed down a bit. They haven't gone to Morrison as much at this stage of the game. I think they're about to give up 2 more free throws.
Man, this fouling situation for Chile could be their Achilles heel in this game because they dominated the game.
Achilles heel? Okay, we're done. We'll let ourselves out, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all enjoy the broadcast by yourselves.
Speak for yourself. You the one decided to drop that one on us.
Look, I'm a father. I'm a father. I got to do these things.
I like that. That's a dad joke. Listen, we make ourselves laugh. We don't know if y'all laughing at everything, but come on, that was pretty good.
You have to make some fun out of it.
Achilles heel. 13-9. Long care, don't care. Falling away. Nope. Shilske in. Lithuania have got within 3. Morrison is gone cold. What a crazy game. As Chile have just come off the tracks. It's like they've hit a brick wall. After storming out of the gates, what was this, like a 7-2 game?
They were up by 9 at one point, but have slowed down completely. They haven't gone back to the actions that work. They haven't hit outside shots as Lithuania has upped the defensive pressure, and they have stopped going down to Xiomara Morrison. They did go down to her on the last play, but she missed. So game plan falling apart for the Chilean ladies. Now, Lithuania, they want to secure a victory here.
Nancy's Kaite frustrated. She's over in this game from deep. Valle just out of reach of Morrison. So again, even if Chile are able to hold on to win, even that is still very much in question. 3-point game.
If they hold on to win, Lithuania is going to be hoping that Czechia don't score a lot of points or don't get a win. We'll get to the match.
No, we will. I'm just thinking about just how up and down this game has been. Trying to make sense of how Chile could have started off so hot. I was calling them the red hot Chile peppers. Remember, that's when things were going good.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call them now.
How about both Lithuanian teams coming out today looking a little bit flat?
Well, I don't think the men's team looked flat.
Oh, flat enough to lose to Germany and give up the first place in the pool.
Well, that remains a fact. It was a well-played game by them. I just think they weren't expecting that type of effort from the young German team.
At this stage of competition, with the Olympics on the line, you have to expect everything.
You're right.
And as the favorite, you have to come out and get that win.
You are absolutely right, boss. You're right. I was making some excuses for him. Long rebound. Special K. All oxygen. 37 seconds left. In Chile, they need a flurry of buckets. Not only trying to get a win here, but win it by, is that 9 points, boss, they need?
They need to win by 8 or more.
8 or more.
That's going to be a tall task. But look, once we bring out the calculators in this one, say the score remains this way, 14-10. It's Chile on the outside looking in, because Lithuania still has them as far as scores if Czechia loses to Canada. And then it's going to be between Czechia and Lithuania as far as scores, and Lithuania has 3 points to make up. So Czechia has to, if they lose, they have to score more than 7 or 8, depending on. So 8, and then they're good. This is a mess.
Absolutely.
And look, this Lithuanian team was your dark horse pick, but I think coming into the day, they were one of the favorites to make it out of pool play.
Well, we're going to find out that right now they're not going to make it out of this game with a win. Shilske will miss it. Couple of misses inside. Layup line. Oh, it does go down. And it will be officially is that 2 count?
That 2 counts.
Uh-oh.
So I think it's 16-12.
16-12 final.
Again, a great effort by these Chilean ladies who got their score they wanted early in the game. They got the separation they needed with this win to try to come out of this pool, but too much of a lull in their offense down the stretch of the game. They couldn't continue to score in prowess. Did get a win, but I don't think it will be enough. We'll get the calculators out in a bit here.
Man,
I don't think it's going to be enough. It all depends on the next game, though, Canada-Czechia.
Imagine how the Lithuanian fans are feeling right now, watching the men's team lose to Germany and then seeing the women's team come out here and play like this against Chile.
Yeah, no, they're not going to be happy.
Man, they took a long bus ride to get here, and they want to see more from their team. We'll see a little bit more of this game. Highlights for you. Coming up next, Czechia and Canada to wrap up women's Pool B action. We're just a couple of moments away from getting that one started, as the action will continue here from Coach Shoot Square. Stick around. Women's Pool B continues next. Czechia, Canada on deck. The Canadians 2-0. One of the big stories of the tournament thus far. Looking to wrap up an unbeaten pool play campaign against a very tough, scrappy Czechia team. Bring a lot to the table themselves. Shoot it well from 2-point range, 33% as a team as they take the court now. Averaging 20 points per game with a 1-1 record. Well, here is Team Czechia. Katarina Sukhanova leading the way as the new add to this Czechia team. An outstanding 5-on-5 player, making the transition here to 3x3 and making a difference. Czechia going to have to deal with the size and physical prowess of the twin sisters, Michelle and Catherine Plouffe. Casey Bosch as well. It's Paige Krozen. So 21-11 win over Chile and a 19-16 win over Lithuania are the two victories that Canada rides into this game on. But Czechia was an overtime loss to Chile, or overtime win, excuse me, to Chile, and a narrow loss to Lithuania. Also with Alzbeta Levinska, Anna Rilikova, Katarina Galichkova, and again Katarina Sukanova. Two officials in this one, Vlad Gizdarenu and Nina Lisa. Boz is back from the food run. Let's see what you brought us here.
You mean the food I got you?
Hey, this is for you too.
Well,
Got us.
I got us. You're right.
What is this, Boz?
It's Hungarian. It's cheese. I'm not sure. It's good, though. I had one.
I know that's Bogacha, but I don't know what this is.
I'm sure you appreciate it. I mean, I liked it, actually. You don't? It's like cream cheese or something?
Of course I have an appreciation for Hungarian cuisine.
Stop smacking in the microphone.
Hey, do what I want.
All right. Well, it's time to untie this jumbled mess of a pool because, wow. Again, wow.
I mean, outside of Canada at 2-0, but everything else is looking, yeah, it's up for grabs.
Yeah, so if Czechia scores 10 points, win or loss, doesn't matter. Czechia scores 10, they make it out of the pool.
Really, wait, Lithuania.
Lithuania's at 49.
Wow.
Czechia's at 40.
Oh, wow.
So if Czechia scores 10, they make it out. We'll see if that happens, but, you know.
So we know that Lithuania going to have a close eye on this one. An improbable loss to Chile is what put them in this position. Levinska behind the back dribble to Galichkova. All glass.
I took a look at last year's matchup between both of these teams. As you well remember, the opening game of the World Cup 2023 in Vienna was between Czechia and Canada. It ended up a Czechia win in overtime. And it was because the Canadians went ice cold from beyond the two-point arc. They went 1 for 10. Couldn't hit a shot inside as well. They got 12 offensive rebounds, had almost double the possessions of the Czechians.
And that's when Galichkova's star really began to grow, I think, for Czechia, right? That was the game. She's the one that hit the game with an OT. Right? That was Galichkova.
Yeah.
Meantime, we talked about how dominant that Canada has been and their mental state after losing the 2 games to Australia. And I love what they said. They were paying attention to our social media posts, and I said, you know, pressure busts pipes or makes diamonds. And they said that, or they've shown certainly that they're trying to make diamonds.
Yeah.
So they have responded in a high pressure situation as a 2 seed and as a favorite to get an Olympic ticket. They've been handling their business. Paige Krozen. They misfired that one, but a 3-1 early advantage for Canada 2 minutes in. Levinska, no ma'am. Krozen with the Wilson now. Krozen has it clear. A little bit disjointed here. Spacing's not great. Canada's got to do something with it. Why not get it to Michelle Plouffe? Hadn't been a bad idea. Late in the shot clock that time, but here comes Czechia. Rilikova, nope. Canada's leading bucket getter, Michelle Plouffe. 8.5 points per game through the first 2.
Yeah, she's been as good as advertised.
Good to see her back. Canada continue to add to the lead. The 2-ball goes down, 5-1. Rilikova spinning, can't score it over Bosch. Plouffe can't get it. Rilikova will get it cleared. And again, the magic number for Czechia is 10 points. They only got 1 as of now. Canada trying to lock them down as Krozin gets it on the baseline. And she gets out of there with the quickness. Sukhanova, nothing happening on the drive. Michelle over the page. Up top, Bosch will hold on to the possession. Back over to Krozin. Step out of bounds. They were in trouble anyway late in the shot clock there. So immediate timeout. And business as usual for the Canadians. Got an early lead here. Both teams will have the benefit of having a day off and getting a chance to recharge heading to this final day of pool play. The 2 Olympians on the floor with Bosch as Canada will set up defensively. Sukhanova will open the possession here for Czechia. Galichkova making a move. Now where to go with it. Now Czechia going to have to force up a shot. Sukhanova falling away. No good. Bosch with the Wilson. Michelle now taking the screen. Catherine runs into Galichkova. That collision will draw a whistle. That'll be now the 3rd foul on Czechia.
That's the tallest pick and roll I've ever seen on the women's side. That's a 6'2" to 6'3" pick and roll?
That's a 6'3" to 6'3" pick and roll.
That's unfair. That's what it is. Straight up unfair. So you're just gonna eat my cookie then, huh? That's good. I got us both 2 snacks, but you just ate 3.
Boz, you can't put Bocaccia in front of me and expect me not to eat it. I'm sorry.
I'll just eat the fruit. Come on.
There you go, man.
Yeah, you keep eating. I got this.
No.
Stuff your face. Smacking that microphone.
It's one-sided.
What, the food going into your mouth?
I'm talking about the game. 7-1 Canada.
Yeah, it's a very one-sided contest.
Czechia with a great opportunity in front of them.
Yeah, but they
10 points. They don't even have to win it. Score 10 points.
Told you before, if you go play for a certain amount of points, it's very tough.
Yeah,
because you're not playing to win.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you're playing for points, not to win. And Czechia have only been able to manage a single score 4 minutes into this game. It's been a whole lot of stuff like that. Rilikova is going to check out. Galichkova will come in. She's got to be the offensive option. She and Sukhanova, top 2 scores for Czechia. Because girls is players too. Bosch will add to the Canadian lead. Levinska, finally another score for Czechia. Now Michelle makes her move.
Casey Boss has gotten 4, maybe 5 offensive rebounds already.
Wow, connective tissue. This is what she does. Paige Krozin playing some good defense as well.
What a different game from last year's World Cup, where Czechia was able to control the pace. They played with poise. They played with toughness and action. Now they just play one-on-one.
So far through this game, that's exactly what we've seen. And This has been an ugly start for Czechia. They've got to redirect course here to make this game competitive. Right now, they're being put on the operating table and picked apart. Canada 11, Czechia 2. Sukhanova will get free as the Canadian defense a little bit lax on that possession. They can't get too comfortable. Cat sticks with it. Persistence will pay off. Galichkova. Rilikova almost got her cookies took. Bosch can't get the steal. Czechia will get the score. Quick to the corner. Cat can't knock it down. Look at Bosch. Just good to see Casey not bleed in this tournament.
She has a record of coming up with some blood for sure.
Every year, it seems. I'm sure the medical staff is happy about that. No stitches, no staples.
Probably got a notice beforehand. Look, Casey's coming. Get you some extra wraps.
Get the gauze pads ready. Levinska, oh, that's a strong bucket. Scores it over Michelle. The zone, not in it yet. Cat with a point-blank miss. One thing I want to keep a close eye on with Canada in a game like this, where they're dominating. Everything seems to be coming pretty easy to them, but I want to see that killer instinct. You know, I want to see them mash their foot on the gas. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, and you want to see them hit shots from the outside, be deliberate with their actions, get the Plouffe pick and roll going. Oh, well, not a medical problem for Casey, but I think she lost the contact there.
Yep, so she'll still stay on the bench for the moment. But all smiles for Canada with a 12-5 lead. Things looking bleak for Czechia. Unless things turn around with the quickness, Galichkova will misfire.
I'm trying to stay out of the way. You good, Casey?
Crozin to Cat, breaking him off like a Kit Kat. Spins through the defenders, gets the bucket. 8-point lead for Canada. Crozin turnaround, nope. Approaching the 3-minute mark. This has been a one-sided relationship between these two teams, at least in this game.
And it's weird because it's a game with a lot on the line, right? With a lot of implications. And it's been so quiet.
Extremely.
There's not a lot of tension because it's a blowout, but it still has implications. It's so weird.
Even the crowd, you might hear a rare hand clap here or there. It's just been silent as a library in this place. The execution has been sharp for Canada. And they continue to go to Catherine Plouffe. Rilikova will get her own rebound. Galichkova run up and get done up. She shoots down a shooter.
3 more points for the Czechs.
Crozin was on her way down. Rilikova trying to keep her up, but you're right, Czechia with 10 points, even in a loss, what qualifies the second team out of the group for the quarterfinals. If they don't reach 10 points, is it Lithuania that will go through?
Mm-hmm. Lithuania got the tiebreaker over Chile as far as points scored, not as far as result, obviously.
So the Lithuanians again, they're watching this one closely. 2:26 left. Hard to imagine that Canada won't hold on to this lead and cruise to their 3rd victory, wrap up pool play undefeated. What's in question is whether or not Czechia can reach 10 points.
And just again, an odd contest. Czechia's got some fans in the crowd too.
Haven't had a whole lot to cheer about. A lot of missed layups. There's a tough shot. Michelle doesn't get it to go. Bosch also does not touch any irons. So, shot clock violation. Czechia in a race to get to 10 points. They got 2 minutes to score 3 points. Canada not even close to being in the penalty foul-wise. They will pick up just their third right now. Bosch got caught reaching over. (14-7). Galichkova inside. She'll get it back. Makes her move. Slides to the left. Can't land it. Foul called on the shot though underneath. That puts Levinska on the line. Every opportunity to score for Czechia could mean the difference in them getting to the quarterfinals or not. Again, they probably won't get a win. But 10 points is getting closer, Boz. It is 14-8.
I know. 40 people that the Poker Devil brought are out here trying to cheer on, I think, the Canadians, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You want Canada to finish this game as soon as possible, or for them to at least be playing some competitive defense.
Buck 30. Possession arrow, Czechia. Oh, so Ganova. That's the 10 they need.
I think that's it.
Canada still with a 4-point lead. With that 2-point shot, you heard the big cheers.
Yeah, they're at 50 points now. So even if they lose, they'll have more than the 49 points total that Lithuania produced. So I think Team Czechia is going to be moving on to the knockout rounds. And what a day for Lithuanian basketball. Think about it. This is the worst possible result out of both games and both pools that you could have got. A second place pool finish for the men and an exit for the ladies in a three-way tie, and a loss against Chile getting them to that spot. Wow.
Yeah.
And the Lithuanian fans are leaving the stadium.
Yep, leaving in disappointment. But that was an uncharacteristically bad performance against Chile. You hardly ever see Natsis Kaite shooting as poorly as she did in that one. Their offense was just nowhere. I mean, nowhere to be found for 5 minutes. Put themselves in a big hole early, and they left the door open. Cat will get it back. Rilikova. Nowhere to go with it.
Now look, we've been talking about Czechia losing. They could still win as well, right?
Yeah, they could.
But only a 5-point difference. We're under a minute. I'm not saying it's likely, but it could happen. But, man.
So Czechia trying to prevent the Plouffe sisters from making this lead bigger. That one goes out of bounds. Galichkova. Pass Bosch. Ball is still alive, still in play. Cat to Michelle as they link up for 16th point for Canada. 21 seconds left. Canada will wrap up group play undefeated, looking strong heading into the quarterfinals. And Czechia will be checked in to the quarters as well.
You're not going to thank Truska for that one?
He stole it from me.
Okay.
I texted to him.
Okay. All right. You usually say those for just me and you, but it's okay.
All right, fine. Thank you, Truska, for the bar. 14 seconds. This game was a sleeper. Never was really in question. Canada just, they played the way they've been playing all tournament here. Czechia didn't put up much of a fight, but they did reach 10 points, which was their magic number to come out of a tiebreaker with both Chile and Lithuania. Gives them enough points to move on to the quarterfinals. One more bucket there for Canada, courtesy of Michelle Plouffe. Nice body of work for the Canadians. 17-10. It is Canada and Czechia who will be continuing their play for an Olympic ticket to come tomorrow. Canada are going to remain unbeaten, looking as strong as any. Enjoy the highlights from this one, as we'll turn the action over to the men's competition. Spain and Egypt coming your way from Pool C, followed by Canada and France.
Take a look at men's Pool C. We are about to get ready to tie this jumbled mess of a pool. 4 teams, all of them with a win. The 2 winners of the 2 games today in this pool play are going to be moving on to the knockout rounds. The losers are going to be looking sore. And the first team coming out is España, Spain. Again, a win for them in their first day of pool play over France, 20-18. A loss to Canada for them to start their pool play. And they're going to need a victory here. It's Carlos Martinez, Unai Bendicote, Falun-Yang, and Javier Beran. And look, they have the acumen to get a victory here, as they've gotten incredible inside play by Leon. But they are 1 of 5 from the free throw line total, so that is not enough. Both these teams are very similar as far as stats. I went through all of them, and they were kind of the same in all of them. It's a different style of play, though. As the Egyptians try to attack you one-on-one, the Spaniards try to get screening action going. And these Egyptians, man, have they shown out so far. Again, a loss to France to start the day in pool play for them, and then a 21-18 victory over Canada with a masterpiece of a game by Youssef Rifat, who had 9 points and couldn't be stopped going at the rack. He was 8 for 10 from the floor, and just a wonderful performance. And again, these fellas, they are going to try to see if they can make it tough On this team, Spain, a win means moving on to the knockout rounds. A loss means you're done. I think there's a large contingent of Egyptian fans in the crowd here, as we saw when they won the game against Canada. Moody ran into the crowd and everybody stood up for him. Look, we know both these teams want to move on for sure. No individual results between them ever. They have not seen each other in international play. So a first time for everything. And it's going to come down to who can hit the most outside shots, because I do believe both teams have an advantage underneath the basket. It's going to be Falun Yang matched up with Rami most of the time, and it's going to be the drives of the Egyptians, mainly Rafat, to try to see if they can take care of the Spanish team. I do think Spain might have the advantage when it comes to two-point shooting. Not so far in the tournament. They were not as effective shooting the two. Right around 20%, as was Egypt. But I do think if you look at the players on the squad with Carlos Martinez and Javier Beran, they might have more real shooters on the squad. They just haven't been found so far. Kyle.
I missed some of your expert analysis because
with some you mean all.
I was doing some extra credit work, okay?
Oh, it's all right.
I was talking to some of the teams in the lobby there, so.
All right, I like it.
I'll have some stuff for tomorrow for sure.
Wonderful.
All right, good. I made it just in time.
I was trying to set the bar. I'll tell you what I said. Both teams, they are very similar as far as statistics. So it's going to come down to who can make the most shots on the outside and whose game plan is going to work better. Because literally all the stats were similar. 2-point percentage, turnovers, fouls per game, fouls drawn per game, 1-point percentage, rebounds, all of them very close.
Stylistically, though,
they're very different.
Very, very different teams. Very different teams. Egypt's got a nice little fan base here. They've been riding a little bit of a wave. I expect a good game out of Egypt here. These are two teams. I said that Spain could be a dark horse as Vindicote lets it fly. The dose goes down, and Spain draw first blood in this one. And I think you just made a good point about the shooting of Spain, the potential of it being a big difference in this game. I don't think you said Vindicote, but that's okay.
No, but
but
he can shoot.
He's proven himself to be able to contribute from long range too. Los lets loose from deep. That one goes begging. And Niang, I don't know if you mentioned him, but
he's a
difference maker, right?
Underneath the basket, he wreaks havoc with his length and his strength, but he's going to be matched up with Rami. I think that's going to be a nice matchup.
Rami's as strong as they get. But Niang, with that athleticism, will elevate for the score. 3-0 Spain right out of the gates. Moody. Oh. Martinez. Hands it over to Biran. Biran. That shot goes off the right rim, but it is flushed. It is Niang. A lot to like about this kid.
She almost landed while hanging on the rim.
His feet were almost touching the ground. He ain't been doing nothing but touching iron out here. He is a high flyer indeed.
I like what Egypt's doing here. They've gone to more of a passing concept, less one-on-one, more cuts off ball and screens off ball. It's a different game for them.
Yeah, Pool C, by the way, is a mess. Everybody in this group, 1 win, 1 loss, right?
Yes.
So Spain with a 14-18 loss to Canada, bounced back with a 20-18 win over France. For Egypt, it was a 8-point loss to France and a 3-point win over Canada.
At least we won't have another 3-way tie.
Yeah, so we'll give you a break from the math. For the moment, at least. Spain maintaining the 3-point advantage. Got a push on the cut attempt.
This game is a real fight between Egypt and Spain. A fight for the quarterfinal of FIBA 3x3 OQT Olympic qualifiers.
So it's going to be a fight indeed to get to the quarterfinals. In this group, who wants it most? Top 2 advance. And again, a log jam. All 4 teams splitting their first 2 pool play games. Here's Rafat. Up fakes. Late in the shot clock, and it's heaved up. It's all right. He's saved by the bell. Rami at the horn. Egypt within 1.
That shot was Sphinx special.
You're going to have to explain that one. Oh, yeah.
Well, the Sphinx is very special.
He's window shopping.
You know the Sphinx?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Well, those things are special.
Yes.
And this shot is one of a kind.
I was just about to say that. One of a kind. Niang to Martinez. Back over to Niang. Here's Biran. One-legged runner. No, sir. Here's Rafat. From 10 feet away. He connects.
Look, Rafat has just continued where he left off in the first games of pool play. He's been electric going towards the basket. Almost unstoppable.
Straight truffle butter. Smooth from Carlos Martinez. Yeah, I'm thinking about last night's dinner still. But just a calm, smooth stroke from Carlos. Oh, dime time. Somehow finds Moody. Mendicote. Fouled on the way to the bucket. He's not happy about the extracurricular activities. Another look at Rafat. It's no look. That's worth seeing again.
Somebody give me an Egyptian dish, because that was 5-star cooking.
I got one. I just can't remember the name of it.
You've been to Egypt, bro.
I have. Just can't remember the name of that, of the signature dish there. I ate it while I was on the Nile River. True story.
Oh. Well, we'll get you. You'll get to this.
I'll find it by tomorrow for sure. Martinez keeps it alive for España. Mendicote can't convert the layup. Rafat attacking Martinez, getting tricky with it. Tony Hawk, if you will. Deep in his trick bag. I think, didn't Rafat have the 360 layup the other day?
No, that wasn't Rafat, but call this man Run DMC.
Don't you turn your back
tricky.
on me. The up fake. And then spin it like a propeller. He's trying to propel his team to the quarterfinals.
The tough thing about this Egypt team is there's no way you can kind of scout them out as far as tactics. It's just, can you stop them one-on-one? And Rafat, he's a very good one-on-one player.
He's elevated his game through the first 3.5 minutes. He had been relatively quiet, but he's showing us some skills. Niang over to Mendicote, back to Niang. Nice ball movement outside the perimeter for Spain. Niang, he left something. Had it poked away. Ball out on Spain, so Egypt will take over. There's Sham, called for the offensive foul on Mendicote. Nearly 4 minutes in. Seeing action in each group today as we bring pool play to a close. At 3x3 The Voice, that's how you can find me on Instagram. You can find Boz at BAZZ50, just if you want to. And follow us on at FIBA 3x3 on all of the social media platforms, and at FIBA 3x3W, the official accounts. Let's make this relationship official. 6-6. Los, wait a minute. Got camped out in the paint. 3 seconds called.
Yeah, los for tres. 1, 2, 3.
Los with tres. I caught it, boss. Thank you for waking me up right there.
I mean,
Rami, no. Niang will screen. Martinez drives and kicks. Berian buries it. Money in the grave. 8-6.
oh, I don't like that possession by Rami. He had Martinez on his back and decided to turn the fade away from him. He's way taller and stronger. You want to get a look at the basket from close range. That's what he was doing really well in their win yesterday. He was getting close to the basket, turning over his left shoulder and getting that right hand hook to go down.
One free throw for Falo Niang. All of 22 years old. He will extend Spain's lead to 3. Hesham with bad intentions for Niang's ankles. Up fake. Oh, hard foul.
Wow. Hesham with the Butler ball fake.
The Butler ball fake?
The Jimmy Butler. You don't watch a lot of NBA.
No, not anymore. When I think of ball fakes, you know who I think about.
No.
Kobe.
Oh, you're right.
Come on.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Jimmy Butler does not come to mind. I'm sorry.
It does to me.
Berian. It's that man again. Another double dose. And Sham dribbling the air out of it. Whoa. Oh. Bendico finds himself on the flow. Young extends. Hands it back over. Biran, no. Here's Biran. Step back. Stroke was not stroking, but there was no box out. Spain leading by 5 now. Mendicote. Call for the reach in. 4.5 to play. As Spain have stepped their game up. Egypt's offense has hit a little bit of a lull. Hesham. Refaat fires. And will miss it off the iron. Martinez, did he dribble that off of his foot?
I think he did.
We want to hear the Spanish.
Get a closer look. Yeah, he did. Got the big toe on it.
So for Egypt, with 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in their Olympic dream, they are going to need some more Moody. They're going to need some more fight, and they're going to need some more good offense. That'll help.
Yep. He's in the mood for another bucket. Nice reverse score for Moody. Mendico, couldn't convert off the spin move. Refaat couldn't save it because it was broken up by the long arms of Niang. So nearly a full shot clock, 11 seconds to be exact for Egypt. Moody will get him started. Rami from the left elbow. I like your cut, G. I don't like the layup. Absolutely blown. Too fast, apparently. Heading to our second media timeout. The sun here is beginning its descent as we get ready to ascend into the quarterfinals tomorrow. But a beautiful day, boss.
What a turnaround from yesterday. As you remember, we were sitting here under some tarp.
Yes.
Raindrops coming down the back of our necks.
Oh,
you were
man.
wearing shorts for no reason, none whatsoever.
See, if I dressed today like I did, if I would have dressed yesterday like I did today, I'd be okay.
Yeah, but you know, we'll get you a picture today. Don't worry.
.340 and count. Biran. No. Martinez is down. Another whistle. think that foul, is that?
It might be 2 free throws coming up for Spain, yeah.
Yeah, that's the 7th on Egypt. Hisham, the guilty party.
Hisham can't believe it. Still has a little bit of a discussion with the referee here. I don't think she's going to change her mind.
That never helps. He knows that it's a bad foul in this situation, especially putting Carlos Martinez on the line. A 75% free throw shooter.
The silent wet.
The silent assassin.
Oh, yeah. That's the second person I know to try to get that nickname.
Well, he specifically requested it. I haven't decided to stick with it yet.
Well, again, he's the second person to request that from you, as you might remember.
Who else?
My former teammate, all orange, tried to get that nickname as well.
He did. You're talking about the gingerbread man. He hates me now.
Shout out to Joey Spelvis.
That's all right.
Yeah, man.
See, enemies, you know, you can make enemies by giving a bad nickname or a nickname they don't like. Niang puts it in. Yep.
Well, I have to say this, and again, Niang, I called him raw at the start of the tournament, but he has improved so much over the span of probably 6 to 7 months when I last saw him play. I mean, I don't think he was able to really shoot free throws or shoot from the outside. He has softer touch now. He's more disciplined on defense, and he's a force on offense.
I take him on my team. I'll take him on my team any day of the week. Nice drive, though, that creates some contact and an opportunity to go up to the free throw line. It's Moody. He will shoot 1. Spain has done a great job staying out of foul trouble. Just 4 as he gets the 1 to go. Right back at you, though. I don't know if it's the time for no-look passes.
I don't think it is.
High-pressure game. And a top-tier performance from Spain. 16-10, they lead it. Inching closer to that 21-point mark.
Egypt for the possession and 6-point difference. Don't forget the next game, France. Always in men's competition. The quarterfinal team.
Moody, too strong. Mendicote gets it to Biran. Biran. And Niang. Oh, Rafa'at with the quickness.
I like that sidestep.
He's played a good game.
Yes.
How many offensive rebounds has Biran gotten in this game? They've been difference-making plays. Spain fighting for the rebound amongst each other.
But the Biran obviously showing his mettle as a basketball player in general. He's been in the game for a long, long time. Not a lot of 3x3 experience. But come on. The man's been a World Cup gold medalist. 5-on-5, that is.
Thank you.
Moody's pass intercepted. Martinez may be a little overzealous on the pass attempt. Too anxious. Oh, Hisham trying to work that crossover into his bag. Mendicote gets caught reaching in. That's the 6th on Spain.
Spain, Egypt. Who's going to be the first quarterfinalist team of the pool C?
Hisham and Rami open this possession for Egypt. Minute 30 to play. That won't help. Big turnover. Travel is called. Egypt not out of this game yet. But this is where they really, really got to tighten up.
I'm wondering. I'm missing two things in their game, right? It's been a lot of Hesham breakdowns, a lot of Moody cuts. We haven't seen too much of Rami underneath with that righty hook. We haven't seen a lot. We've seen some, but we haven't seen a lot of Rafat. And Yusuf Rafat, to me, is the key to success for them here, because he is a dynamic player that leaves Moody on the outside to shoot. Moody sticks on the bench now in this crucial time, though. I think he's a better shooter than maybe Hesham, but must be tired. I don't know. Need a couple of buckets here, but a stop first.
Good luck with that. Martinez misses the shorty, but they get a chance to reset. Young wanted the ball. Martinez decides to keep it himself. Took the scenic route, rerouted, and got to his destination. Deshaun, with every move that he knows on that play, doesn't get the layup to go.
He was all over the court.
Oh. 63 seconds left. Rami shooting 2 free throws. Must makes to try to get this down to a 2-possession game. And Rami cans the first. Both teams in the penalty. Second one on the way. If he knocks it down, we got a 2-possession game. 4-point lead for Spain. Beiran. Over to Niang. He will try one from 2. Rami. No.
That was a good look.
Looks like it was online from here. Instead, it is offline. Under 40 seconds to go. Beiran will drive. He will kick. Mendico. No.
Oh, it touched the rim.
Yep. Touched the rim. So a new 12. And Spain smartly used some clock. Able to draw a foul late in the shot clock. That's not a great foul.
Do they still have a challenge? Egypt. They could challenge that, right? The shot clock.
Yeah, they could have.
I would have.
Wouldn't have been a bad decision, but
if anything, you got 20 seconds left. Use everything you can.
Official Madagascar seemed pretty certain that had touched the rim.
I would charge it nonetheless. I mean, if that's a call you think it could go your way, if there's any chance, why not?
Free throw is converted. Egypt would need a miracle. And it is not going to happen for them in this one.
Nah.
The final 5 seconds of this game. As the final will be 18-13. España over Egypt. Spain will wrap up group play 2-1 and put themselves in great position to get to the quarterfinals. Obviously, we'll have to see how things play out the rest of the day in this group. The next game, in fact, with Canada and France on deck. But a huge win for Spain and a devastating loss for Egypt in their hopes of playing in the quarterfinals here at this last OQT.
Just we talked about before, I think the lack of two-point shooting on the side for the Egyptians, that really did them in. They had the one-on-one attacks, but Spain was just a little sharper. They started out with this Mendicote 2, and that kind of kept going, right? They got the twos, not often, but they got them when they needed to make a separation in this game, to get distance from the Egyptians who were playing from behind. They got a prayer to go down from Rami from the corner. That was, I think, the only two-point make in the game for them.
Wow.
That's just not enough.
No, not nearly enough, and 13 points against Spain is not going to get it done. That one is in the books. Canada and France are on deck. Coming up next from here in Debrecen. Stick around. Clap your hands to the beat like this. Clap your hands to the beat. There you go.
It's a two-all-night game. It's time to
Fun song, Roy.
Look, we got a game coming up with huge implications. Kyle, let me set the table. Both teams have a victory and a loss. Both teams can move on out of pool play with a victory. Now, if Canada wins, automatically they're in first because they have the individual result with Spain. France, they have lost to Spain. They cannot get the first place in pool anymore.
Whoa.
They can only come in second.
Whoa. Okay. So that
and you already know what the cross match of this pool is. So if Canada wins, they're going to be facing Lithuania. And if France wins, they're going to be up against the Germans. I love this. Man, this is the stage of the tournament where I get giddy and excited. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. But look, we forgot to introduce Canada while we were setting the table. Alex Superman Johnson, the Bearded King, Bikramjit Gill, Jerome Desrochers, and Kamar McKnight. And we're gonna need McKnight to get on his horse because he was very good in their win, but had 0 points in their loss.
That's true. He was great down the stretch in that win and disappeared in that Canada loss. Is that to Spain?
That is to Spain.
Yeah.
And now they're facing Team France. Frank Seguela leading it with Jules Rimbaud, Raphael Wilson, and Timothée Vergiat. Look, the French, they need to play as a team. They went into a lot of breakdowns versus Spain. They got burned. Play with more pace and movement against the Egyptians for an easy win. But against Spain, one thing that I really noticed was that Raphael Wilson, he was very quiet.
Yeah, he told me that I need to go back to my early nickname I have for him, Wireless Wilson. He says he plays a lot better when I'm calling him Wireless Wilson. So, all right.
He's playing maskless, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he did ditch the mask.
He did ditch the mask, and look, he's recovering from a broken nose, so that is either a risk or just he doesn't feel good playing with it, so why not? Last shot at the Olympics. A fresh father became a dad for the second time this week. While he was here, actually, they had a nice
third time.
Third. I apologize. They had a nice little piece on our social media on that. Did you see that?
Yeah. Well, I saw it when I came out of my hotel room.
Oh,
as
yeah?
he was on the video chat with his wife having the baby.
Oh, wow.
So I feel uniquely connected to this story.
I like it.
Yeah, very, very special.
Hey, but look, just go back to Canada, right? They had trouble with Egypt with their attack and athleticism, and this French team is very athletic. Again, good game one for McKnight. Nothing out of him the second time. They are one of the better rebounding teams in the field, so we'll see if that has any effect.
All right, the Canadians and the French doing battle here from Kossuth Square. The final game in men's Pool C action. We just saw Spain pick up a huge win over Egypt. That will give them a slot in the quarterfinals. The winner of this contest will have a spot as well. So really a championship game before we get to the single elimination phase, right?
It is. This is already win or go home before the knockout rounds.
And can you imagine the type of nerves coming into a game like this with your Olympic hopes hanging in the balance?
Oh, yeah.
From the players to the coaching staffs, it's got to be like, I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, the coaches must be out there sweating somewhere.
Superman Johnson off the mark on his first 2 attempts. Jules Rambeau hands it over to Wireless Wilson. He's got a connection to start things off. Superman decides to reroute. Gets it to the bearded King. The King's Landing from long range. That's a Game of Thrones reference.
No, I know.
All right.
I know. Have you seen that? I mean, because come on, we figured out yesterday you hadn't even seen Lord of the Rings.
Uh-oh. Wireless. Connected like Bluetooth devices. He's got 2 twos for France. (4-2). Another look at Big Gill's 2-ball.
Canada actually shot a decent percentage from 2. We came into this tournament saying they had the capacity to be a good shooting team. They're a decent shooting team, but from 1 point, they are under 50%. Under 50% from inside the arc. That just doesn't cut it.
No, that's not okay.
And the thing is, I watched back some of their games. They missed a lot of shots at the rim because they were contested shots like this one from McKnight. And they forced up a lot of mid-range jumpers.
See, McKnight, he's able to score, but a lot of his buckets are tough buckets. You know, they're off balance. He's fallen away from the rim, but he's been able to convert a lot of them. But you think that that luck sooner or later is going to run out.
At some point,
you can't continue to make crazy shots. Speaking of crazy shots, Rambeau nearly got that one to fall.
That's what Shea told him to get in the weight room.
There O'Shea, right past Ralph Wilson. Wireless Wilson, that one off the iron. He is one of those rare kind of shooters that can completely blow a game up in a good way for his team. First 2 missed as he'll get reset with Le Bleu. Vergia, no good. 4-3, France. McKnight swings it over. Nice recognition. Superman is a visionary. Connects with Gill to even things up at 4 apiece.
It's that laser vision we were talking about.
Zoom. Yeah, the Superman laser vision. Yes.
I made laser vision noises. That's how you see him in video in the cartoons. Zoom.
We're like,
or zing.
We're like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, you're right. They call it, look.
Shut up, Butthead. 6'4". Man, what's wrong with us? Y'all stop laughing at us at home. Boz has got problems. I can't.
These are the long days of my concentration.
I'm okay,
lapses.
but Boz has definitely got problems.
All right, this is fully my problem. You're right.
Remember Ren and Stimpy?
Oh, I do. I do. Oh, that was a great cartoon.
Throwing you back.
I'm not sure if that was a PG-13 cartoon, though.
Yes, but guess what the show to watch is? This one right here. Rambeau, not only with a soft mullet, but a soft touch. Wilson gets a hand on it. Desrosiers. Comes up Kevin Hart. Short on the 2 attempt. We're 3 minutes in as France lead 8-4. Final day of pool play. 3 Olympic tickets at stake here at this last OQT. And the winner of this contest, they will keep hope alive. Down to Rambeau. Easy money.
Very important point. Oh, yeah.
Superman Johnson. Big looking for a second to make. Still searching.
The French try to go down to Jules Rambeau in a mismatch. Must be in their game plan. I don't mind it because it's 4-9. It's been working so far, but I like it when they play with more movement and more pace. So get a couple of those, but not go looking for every mismatch because that can get you out of your flow.
I like the versatility that this French team presents. We saw Rambeau step out and knock down the 2. We know how much of a terror he is, you know, close to the rim.
Look at Coach Kareem out there sweating.
I don't see him.
Oh, he's in the back.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
stand.
Oh, yeah. Man, he's got some of the most intense pictures from the tournaments. He's trying to will his team to victory.
I know. It's so hard being on the side. Oh. It's so hard being on the sidelines. Trust me, I've been there. You tell your team everything you can tell them beforehand, and then you just kind of have to sit on your hands.
We had him sliding like DMs.
Ooh.
First shot almost got put on the highlight reel. First shot now. Wireless Wilson connecting like cable. Third two of the game. Straight shooter. As he is shooting the lights out for Les Bleus.
Yeah, he's got that mask off.
I guess he's seeing the rim more clearly now, huh?
Yes.
Superman Johnson. Oh, that pass out of reach of McKnight. Canada just have not been in any type of flow. Playing hard, but 4 points to speak of as France continue to find ways to add to it. Most of it's been done by Wilson. First shot, he wants to get in on the action too, as he knocks down the dip. Dropped off, Derosier going up.
This might be what Canada needs to ignite them a little bit. Take a look. Sneaky pass, two-hand smash.
That's what they call a sneaky link. That's the young people lingo. Look that up.
Okay.
Sneaky link.
Links just make me think of sausages.
Oh, you are old. See? And the young people would say pause to you even on that.
Wow.
Wow,
you're really going to call me on that one?
I'm trying to be a part of the youth right now.
Oh, okay.
The youth movement.
All right.
Pause. They can apply it to anything. Pause. Play. Game on. Nice action here for France. So the French men desperately trying to get to their own Olympic Games hosted in Paris this year. We already know the women's French team, direct qualifiers. What a dream it would be for the French men to make it as well. That's what they're fighting for here in this 10-minute sprint. Paris Olympic Games coming your way at the end of July. I believe July 27th will be the first set of pool play games for 3x3. As you see, 3x3 on the Olympic schedule for the second time in Olympic Games history. Oh, McKnight with the travel. Sometimes that energy, excitement can work against you.
Yeah, but it's worked against him for the last 5 minutes. McKnight better get his armor out.
With the quickness. I get you with the Knight references. On his horse, armor. I hear you, Boz. McKnight will give it up this time. Big Gill, no. Ricochets. McKnight saves it. Right back out to Wireless. Oh, get some new nets.
That's what we used to call a kamikaze play. You save that inbounds, and it's a 3-on-2 if you get it to the opposing team. He did. 2 points down for France as a result.
McKnight up fake. Wilson with the contest. Big tracks it down, gets the score, but make no mistake, this is a blowout at the moment. 10-point difference. France.
See that save again? Look, it lands it nowhere close to his teammates. Nobody rotates out to the shooter. That's just, again, kamikaze.
Ooh la la. It has been that type of performance for Team France. Derosier does get in for the score, but Canada looking at, again, a 17-7 game right now. It has not been much of a contest. This game is under the Shenane. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 4 minutes to go. Raphael Wilson with the hezzy. First yard, right place, right time, but he can't convert the layup. And Frank Segela can't squeeze it either. Time for a media timeout. And for Canada to come out and have such a flat effort in a game of this magnitude, if they're going to make this competitive in any way, you got to try to finish strong here. Speaking of finishing strong, there's Debrecen. It's one of just a few highlights for the Canadians in this one. Superman Johnson comes to the rescue. 4 minutes to find out. Bick. It ain't that windy. That one there mailed out of bounds. Substitution is made.
3:21 on the clock. And 4 more points on the way for France.
Frank Segela elevates. Great defense right there. Debrecen. Canada will get possession, but another look. Goes straight up. That's textbook contesting right there. Now can they get some textbook offense going? Superman Johnson sprints to the left wing. But the stroke was broke. Segela up top. Rambo. Segela mid-range, no. And then Alex Johnson gets called for the pushing foul. That's the 6th on Canada. No more fouls for the Canadians to give. Ralph Wilson, he will miss that one. But again, I think he's got 5 twos made in this game for France. McKnight slick with it. Will draw the foul. He'll head to the line and shoot one. Kamar McKnight. Seen him on the World Tour with Toronto KBA, but making his first international cap. And McKnight will get the free throw to trickle in. McKnight, no, looked like it was on. But France looking to add to an already sizable lead. Raphael Wilson to the corner. Vergier, 2 is on the way. Payet. So Debrecen with another throwdown, but this battle has been more one-sided than Drake versus Kendrick. And Canada ain't Drake right now. I guess it depends on who you think is winning that battle, huh? What y'all think? Is it Drizzy? Is it Kendrick? 19-10. No questions about who's dominating this battle. Oh, the dream shake. He has been a nightmare for Canada to deal with. Wireless Wilson. The moment I started giving it, went back to the throwback nickname, man started cooking.
And timeout call, Canada, 30-second break. Just after this game, stay with us for the
timeout on the floor. The rest of this contest is just a formality. This is going to be a France win, and this group is going to be decided. As you know, we just saw Spain beat Egypt to secure their spot in the quarterfinals. A France win here over Canada will do the same for them.
The timeout is over.
So for 8 countries today, their Olympic dreams will come to an end. For the other 8, they will live on. The Canadian women undefeated, so Canada will be well represented tomorrow. Just did not have enough in this contest against France to make it much of a contest at all. Superman Johnson knocks down the second of 2. Final 2 minutes into this one. Back door cut. Oh la la. Raphael Wilson. That was going to be a delectable French dish. Wilson fouled on the shot. He has had a scoring spree in this contest. See the contact on the elbow on the way up. And Raphael Wilson, who welcomed another daughter to the world this week while he's out trying to earn an Olympic ticket. Could be a life-changing week for this man right here. Certainly an incredible game from France. As dominant as we've seen from Les Bleus, as they dispel of the Canadians here in the pool phase. France, see you in the quarterfinals. As they say merci beaucoup to the Canadians, who unfortunately come up short this time. Maybe they'll have another go at it for the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. But congratulations for putting forth their best effort. A bigger congratulations to France as they will be moving on to the quarterfinals. Frank Segala standing by courtside with the mountain. Boz Rosendahl with the post-game interview. Take it over, sir.
Frank, first of all, congratulations. You needed this victory against Team Canada, secured your spot in the knockout round. Now, it's a little bit of a different looking Team France from the last Olympic qualification tournament in Japan. Talk about the confidence you have in these 4 guys representing Les Bleus.
So first, thank you very much. We went on a team taller this time, so I think we have more no gap physically, so we can really put them in difficulty in the paint and draw some fouls. And we have great shooters. We didn't see it on the first day, but this time it was in. So we hope we keep this rhythm and get the OQT fine.
Okay, so now you move on to the knockout rounds tomorrow. You're playing for a spot at the Olympics in your home country. What can we expect tomorrow from you guys?
Just to play great, playing with the good pace, good rhythm, and continue to knock down those twos and big pick and roll with Rambo. And the key is really going to be in defense and securing the rebound.
All right, well, congratulations. Back to you, Kyle.
So France, they remain focused on the task at hand. They know that the job is not close to done, but they take a major step into the quarterfinals as they will have a chance to qualify to their home Olympics. We'll see them tomorrow. We got 8 more games left on the day's slate. We're going to take a quick break, but we're back in less than 10 minutes with more 3x3 action. You don't want to go too far. Japan and Mongolia women's Pool C play is on deck, followed by Egypt and Spain in the women's competition. Again, less than 10 minutes away from it going down at Koshu Square.